Anyway, we're back, everybody. And hopefully, it will stay that way.
I can send you a photo.
A recap round 3.
Go for a recap round 3, because I still don't think we've gotten past your first day.
Okay, recap round 3. Twist arrives with little invisible, like a game-breaking dog that can attack but cannot be attacked itself.
Hate that thing.
Has girls' brunch with all the girls. Fucks it up so bad with Juniper. Could not have gone worse.
Yeah.
Made it permanent enemy.
Immediately tries to mind control one of them. Instantaneously. Tries to take over one of them.
I wouldn't say mind control, but that went terribly. Tries to make an ally with, goodness me, Whitman. Whitman is a pussy. Moving on. It's day 2 has to fight but despite never actually being in a combat before, decided, hey, I'm not gonna do that. Has little dog named, what is my dog's name again? Poochie. Thank you.
You forgot Poochie. You named the dog Poochie, and then we're like, I don't remember.
I was like, it's not puppy. It's something different. Poochie attacked all of my opponents, and I won. Also did some very legal, very acceptable little tricks to help my allies in their fights. Okay. And
this is all true.
Everyone that was losing voted against me, and non-haters did not vote against me.
Yep, that's basically the two. Really just break it down into those 2 core categories.
Yep.
So
them's the only options.
Pretty much to sum it up, and again, we went over this in the after show, but for now, I'm pretty sure everybody made friends and everybody made enemies last episode. So Eric Staten and Munson are kind of twinning in the cryptocurrency field, and then Eric also kind of has a tentative alliance going on with Skog. Skog hates people from Weckland because they supported Yaw in the war, Skog being from Kongpine. But Eric had a conversation with him where he was like, yo, look, Weckland supported Yaw, yes, but guess who did it? Whitman and his company. And I don't like that guy. The government recognizes him. The government hates me. And so we do not stand in the same lane. And Skog was like, you know what? You make a good point. And they have a tentative alliance. And then who was the other person you had a tentative alliance with? I think you attempted one with Whitman and it just completely fell apart immediately. Yeah, me? Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a very tentative, like, hey, please don't try and murder me. And he was like, yeah, I won't do that. And then the first challenge was like, you're going to try and murder each other. And I was getting gunned for.
The Discord which you get access to by joining the Patreon.
In my own blood, day 2.
The Discord has started to call Skog Girl Boss Skog.
I did see that in the chat. Is there a reason? I was busy fixing tech things, so I wasn't able to ask what the reasoning was. But
I was in there, which by the way you get access to.
Twist, you need to go and try and emotionally manipulate him now.
That's the plan.
It's part of the rules.
Girl Boss Skog.
That's the plan. Welcome to Girls Brunch.
Would you believe me?
We'll try and get
if I told you that I thought Skog would be like the villain number 1 in this season, and now it was
really?
like, oh my Skog, let's go.
Didn't happen at
all.
Well,
I wrote him to be like, he doesn't like anyone. So I was thinking, nobody's gonna like him.
You wrote the big, quiet, grumpy guy. Like that's what every You should have expected this.
How could I have known?
You wrote a big, muscly outsider who doesn't talk much. You wrote Kratos and got confused when people liked it.
Listen, when I wrote him, I wasn't hip to the God of War situation that was going on.
Hold on. I actually do want to pause. Chat, why is it Girl Boss Skog? Because none of us know. That was a chat-generated thing.
Yeah, that was entirely from our Patreon Discord.
Fully aware of
the non-binary gang is adopted, apparently.
There is a
you never know where you're going to find gender.
Character in this.
It's like not you.
No, it's not. It's not our list.
They got
It's not our list.
I also saw them discussing that Eric Staten would be the type of guy to probably say things that are offensive, but he means well and supports you, whereas Munson would just call you slurs.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Nathan, if you could send me a current tally of those points, I'll throw them up.
Yes, check the D&Dorks
Oh,
group
you already
chat.
did.
Like,
Nice.
I could easily see Munson just calling, like, Twist those, like, very old ways of, like, degrading women that, like, we don't even say nowadays. It's just like, how do you even know that word? Like, what?
That very much tracks.
Just casually calling people like wenches or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Ne'er-do-wells, miscreants. Like, who are
Like, a hussy?
You hag, get over here.
Down spinsters.
Okay. But yeah, so that was Eric's whole thing, and then Arliss made a friend in Juniper. They have a little bit of history together, and also attempted to make a friend in Munson, but it was revealed in a later conversation that Munson doesn't really respect him that much. But Arliss does not know that, of course. And then Arliss obviously also talked with Eric, just trying to, and Skog a little bit too. Trying to get all around. Twist and Soraya, besties. Besties for life.
I would like to slightly correct the second to last statement. Arliss and Eric did not have a conversation. Eric tried to talk to Arliss, and Arliss went,
Yep.
"Nice to see you." That is, Eric talked to a wall, and Arliss blew off the rat that keeps trying to gnaw at his heels, essentially.
At Arliss.
Yeah, that's the way.
And
we
then
would
Twist
put
and
it.
Soraya are besties. They voted for each other pretty much every time. They set that up day one. And Twist also kind of was flirting with Whitman for a bit there. Who knows where that'll go?
I mean, like, you do what you gotta.
Do what you gotta. And then had a very tense conversation in her dormitory
About that.
with Philip J. Munson, where they pretty much revealed just how much they hate each other. Philip J. Munson has been alive long enough to experience every single CEO of Florimora Cosmetics and dislikes every single one of them, the whole family business, due to so-called malpractice, which they both accused each other of, funnily enough. But such is the way. And that's pretty much all the major relationships that occurred. Matt, how are we looking on that?
I mean, I'm trying to make it look relatively nice, so I'm doing my best here. But I'm also photoshopping something on a separate screen as I'm trying to make sure the Twitch is not breaking. So
as long as it's good by the time we do voting.
Oh, that's like
then it'll be fun.
No, this is gonna take me like.
Well, we're gonna do 2 votes, so we got like a midway.
Yeah,
and then we
no,
got
this is
like
gonna take me like 10 minutes maximum.
Okay,
yeah, I got it.
So I guess we're gonna. It's day 3. We're heading into day 3 now. On the itinerary, it's supposed to be a ball today. Ooh. A very fantastical ball in space. The bellhop 2 is soaring through the stars as we speak.
Don't make a Spaceballs joke. Don't make a Spaceballs joke. Don't make a Spaceballs joke.
And on the itinerary is a very fantastical, elegant dance that is going to be going on tonight. That's pretty much all on the bill for today. At this point, you guys know that it goes social day, game night, social day, game night, and today is a social day. That being said, we're going to start today off a little bit differently. And I'm going to ask Panda and Momo to remove your headphones and / or leave the whatever you need to do.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'll mute the stream, take my headphones off.
Okay.
Actually, you can just mute. Just mute. I don't know what you're saying.
Arliss.
Yes.
You wake up in the morning, and your Gerald is greeting you as they always do. They make you breakfast. They feed you. And as you are like getting ready for the day, you notice there is a piece of paper on the floor in front of your door.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up, see what this is all about.
It is an envelope, and inside is a poem.
That's either very romantic or very creepy. Let's figure out which of the two.
It reads as follows. A silver-tongued boy wearing a mask. He's surrounded by chaos, and everyone asks, how has he not lost his mind? They don't know he already has.
Creepy. Creepy is the way that this mysterious poet has gone. Arliss, it's outside the door?
It's inside your room as it was slipped under the door.
Arliss is going to take that, read it, and then just immediately and thoroughly destroy it in just like, okay, crumple it up, tear it up, like in the sink, running water, gone. Just like that's very, very sweet poem. But Arliss knows what that means. So yeah. I'm gonna tell you this. Arliss was gonna go into today confident off of what happened yesterday. That has been destroyed instantaneously. Like, I had a thing set up where Arliss was gonna be like, all right, cool, everything's chill, things are going as planned. 30 seconds in, nope, everything is different than it was.
Excellent. That is all for you.
Yeah, and for note, chat, I don't expect you guys to know what that means. That is for me specific. That is from Nathan to Matt. And, okay. Ooh, I gotta make some quick plan changes here.
We're good.
Okay.
Can
we scream loud enough for Momo to come back?
We did not, but this is okay. Matt, you leave. I'm now going to have
take these off
with Panda.
And keep photoshopping.
Okay. No. Hit me. What do we got?
So, you wake up. Your Gerald is there. You
fucking creepy goddamn robot.
I don't know.
Am I supposed to be back?
No, you're good. I'm now doing Panda. You're next.
We're going one by one. Take the headphones off.
So you wake up. Your Gerald is there, making you breakfast as always, as that you have for the last 2 days.
Gotcha.
You notice when you get out of bed that there is a piece of paper on the floor, almost as if it had been like slipped under your door.
Okay. Hey, robot. You. Jeeves.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Was that in there when you came in?
Yes.
You got any way to, like, fucking look at that? Tell me how long he's been here? Or you just...
Well, it was here when I got here early, but presumably it's been here for a while. Would you like me to throw it away or pick it up for you?
Nah, it's fine. Eric gets out of bed. He starts walking over to, he walks over to the piece of paper. He picks it up. He unfolds it and he reads it away from Gerald. He's still unsure about
inside
these robots.
The note. It's an envelope. So you pick it up. It's an envelope. Okay. And inside is a poem. Gotcha. And it reads as follows.
Fuck. Oh, great.
There once was a ship called the Weckland that was built with golden nails. We watched as it sailed to the drink. Then a greedy boy came, took the gold from its frame. How long till the ship will sink?
Ah. Okay. Eric, looking at this, reads it. Is it what the fuck? Who the fuck cares about a goddamn shit? And then reads it again and goes, ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck! And immediately folds the thing up, stuffs it in his pocket. Very, just frazzled by this. Fuck! And immediately starts like checking the room for like peepholes or something. Like somebody looking into his shit. That is the wrong character. God damn it! Hold on. I pulled up D&D Beyond. It was the wrong character. Here we go. How we doing, Eric? All right, investigation.
18.
That's an 18.
You do not see. You're looking around for peepholes, cracks in the walls, anything that somebody might.
Anything suspicious, wrong, something that wasn't here before, like something that people are looking through my shit.
Aside from the mysterious envelope on the floor, nothing from your room has changed with an 18.
Okay, all right. He's gonna examine the handwriting, not because he would know who made it, but to see is it chicken scratchy? Did the fucking arms dealer guy write this because he's bad at writing? Is it
handwriting? It's very like pristine.
Okay. He looks at it, and he looks up at the robot, and he says, "Hey, gee, can you write me down just the ingredients that you're putting in my breakfast for me? That would be great."
Sure. And he goes and he writes down some ingredients. Give me like a perception check to compare the two.
Okay. Gotcha. Fuck.
6. I mean,
it's a 6.
They look kind of similar, I guess, but a robot's obviously gonna have pretty nice handwriting.
He's gonna know what he's gonna do? He's gonna walk up to the robot. He's gonna look at the note. Doesn't recognize it very much, and he goes, "Tell you what." And he fumbles around. He takes the envelope that the paper was in. He flips the envelope over, and he lays it on the table. And he says, "Jot this down for me, will you? There once was a ship called the Weckler."
He starts writing.
Writes it. That's it. He's not going to tell him anymore. And he's going to go and check that writing. Not to check the other handwriting from the other thing. He's going to check and see if it's written the same.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Motherfucker.
13. With his newer method, you can tell it is the same handwriting. But with that, you're done. And we're moving on.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Fuck.
Alright. Hello, Momo.
I assume I'm not supposed to put mine on yet. If we actually hold for just a second here, I did finish the thing, and between I'll get that imported.
Oh, okay,
cool. Source. Hang on one sec here. Point. Nope, not that.
Also, I trust my players not to look at chat, so you can talk about what's happening and still get excited.
I was definitely up for me, so I
that's so big. Okay.
But they haven't been talking about it anyways, because they're out of fear of ruining anything. But for this particular instance, actually, you know what, chat? You're right, because chat stays forever. Don't talk about what I'm talking about, chat.
Keep it secret.
I take back everything I said. Keep it secret. Keep it secret.
Okay, hold on. This thing, it was at a higher resolution than I thought it was, so I'm trying to scale it down to not be absolutely massive. And it's taking a sec.
You are okay.
Huge. Okay. There we go. I'm
pretty sure this session's game night's going to be a shorter one anyways, so it's not a terrible thing.
Okay, cool. Again, sorry about the tech problems. I think it was a Streamlabs thing, but it seems resolved now. All right, might have to move this around slightly. Let me drag it down below the background.
Don't be suspicious,
which I think is this one, and boom. Okay, point totals exist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not incredibly fancy, but I did throw it together in like 10 minutes, so I'll take it.
Okay, now get out of here.
Okay, leaving again. Point totals exist.
All right.
Oh.
Twists.
I was watching Bluey. Yeah, go ahead.
You wake up like any other day. Your Gerald is in your room, made you breakfast, that sort of thing. Nothing really seems out of the ordinary, except you notice that there is a piece of paper on the floor in like as if it was slid under the door.
Okay.
I
pick it up, obviously.
Okay. So it's an envelope. And inside is a note with a poem. And it reads as follows. Look in the mirror, and what do you see? The shadow of your mother on you? She never grew old. God rest her soul. Weird. That's how her mom died too.
Interesting. I burned the shit out of that paper.
And
Actually, no. I've looked at it. I have taken.
I see so much laughing, but I can't hear anything.
I take note of it. Let's see. Do I have any spells? I cast Identify on the paper before I burn it.
Identify.
Yes.
It pretty much comes up blank. There is nothing particularly magical or arcane about this note.
Okay. Do I recognize the handwriting?
Give me like what would that be? History?
I'd say history.
History check.
That is a 22.
22. You can confidently say that you don't recognize the handwriting. However, it is very put together. It's not like chicken scratch or scribbly or anything. It's very pristine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not from anybody like that you would recognize. Like you could confidently say, I don't know how many people you would know their handwriting by seeing it, but like you would know. I would say it's within reason that you would know that it's not Soraya.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I was in Philip's room for a decent amount of time.
It is.
I would have recognized.
With a 22, it does not look like Munson.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, if that's all you want to do.
If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it?
Not created by a spell, just classic paper and pen.
Who is so boring that they would write that on the paper?
Maybe someone trying to not piss off wizards. Anyways, I'm going to get thumbs up.
A smart person. I do burn that paper.
Okay. Noted. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Is Matt watching? I'll text chat.
I saw a thumbs up. I hope that means what I think it means.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We do have thumbs up.
So now that I'm sure everyone is thoroughly terrified.
All right.
Maybe just back. Me. I don't know.
I'm shaking.
Okay, good. We're all...
the social day begins, but for some reason there's like a weird air about the ship. For no particular reason.
Fancy that!
I'm gonna pull out my pen and pad. Is there, and everyone, we're gonna do this more organized this time. Is there anybody that anybody wants to talk to in particular?
I wanted to say something I completely forgot while I had my time.
Oh yeah.
But my plan in the morning was to get a few documents together, and put them in a nice envelope. And I would like to write in illusory ink on the envelope. It should say to everyone an apology from me to you. And to the person it's supposed to be received or supposed it's to go to, it should say, I did not support Yaw in the war. Here's proof.
So to everyone else, it says, an apology from me to you, the envelope and the documents inside. But to whoever
The documents inside, I will reveal when
But then to who it's supposed to go to, it says, I did not support. Give me that exact phrasing again.
Sorry, I did not support Yacht in the war. Here's proof. Open in private.
Okay.
This is a very interesting thing to lead with, having not heard any of the little scandal bit.
Yeah.
My God, I wonder who this letter could be going to. The suspense is killing me.
We'll never know. Okay. Open in private. Okay, so now I'm just going to call it if you want to. Is there anybody in particular, any of you wanted to talk to starting the day?
Man.
We're at the ball, right? Like we're starting with the ball? Or
So
ball later tonight,
I would
and we're just
say,
having this, like we're going to breakfast right now
I would say
before.
it's up to your, whatever you three will decide the vibe. Do you want to save the interactions till we're at the ball, or do you want to do a little mingling beforehand?
I would say, I'm assuming, since this is like a cruise ship, that we start with like breakfast, I'm assuming, since there's like an off day.
Yeah.
That there's like meals served and then it's a ball, so I'm assuming that's at night.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that like everyone goes to get food in the morning.
Yeah. So we'll say it's...
Okay.
I'll say this, yeah. We'll do some social interaction here, and then we'll time skip and do some at the ball. So if you have anything in particular you wanted to do while looking sexy, you can save it for that.
Okay.
I had such a plan.
Early in the morning, almost immediately after my moment, when we go into like the food hall, the breakfast area, whatever.
Yeah.
The second, in exact second that Eric sees Whitman, he immediately beelines for him.
Okay.
By the way, have we talked? Has anybody talked since the last event?
Since voting, unless
doubt it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no because we just ended
Okay.
the episode. I
Got it.
don't want to retcon anything, but no.
Okay, cool. In that case, he beelines straight for Whitman and he goes, "Hey! Yeah, you, fucker! I'm talking to you!
What?
What the fuck is that?
No, what the fuck was that with you, huh? What are you writing me
What
love
do you mean,
notes?
what the fuck was that?
Listen,
What?
Oh.
You think there's some kind of joke or something?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The words you're giving me are fighting words. I need you to know that.
The words that I'm giving you are fighting word? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, little man?
Who?
What the fuck is this? What the fuck bullshit did you think that you fucking pulled?
Where is this happening? Are they having this argument just in front of everybody?
Oh, I started this in the cafeteria.
Okay.
I did this in public.
In that
I
case,
want people to see this.
Arliss is very intently listening because the love notes comment got their attention. Like, oh, did they get a weird poem too?
Eric is just still going off on him the entire time.
So you both are pretty much saying the same thing, like everything with like what the fuck. Like he's like, well, why are you snooping around? I don't need shit sliding under my door.
Snooping around? I'm not sliding shit under your fucking door. I don't fucking appreciate you sneaking into my fucking shit, tiny man. First you try and drown me in my own fucking blood, and then you have the audacity to slide something under my fucking door with a threat? Fuck you!
Get your goddamn finger out of my face.
Are we all seeing this?
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Get your finger.
I'm going back to my room.
What are you
If
gonna
I
shoot me in
find
the fucking
anything
throat
that's
again
out
in
of
front of
place,
everybody?
your ass is on a platter. And he grabs he scoops like scrambled eggs.
My ass is on a platter. I fucking roast you alive. I will serve you to your fucking partner. Don't you
leave my family out of this.
Man. And he walks.
Smart got nothing to do with this.
Leave your family. I'll go for your family fucking next. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about your little fucking friend who didn't decide to fucking show up to the biggest event that you're ever gonna be a part of. Fuck you. Don't fucking talk to me.
Arliss is just gonna turn to whoever, like whichever contestant is closest, whoever, you decide that to be. Scott. Okay, you're gonna turn over to Scott and be like, do you have any idea what that was?
Skog, holding like a stack of waffles, is like, not yet, but I feel we may learn more.
Oh, certainly, yes.
Momo.
I would like to go over to Skog.
Okay.
Okay, so all three of us are around.
Good morning.
Morning.
I know we haven't had much of a chance to speak, but do you mind if I steal Skog for a moment?
Go right ahead. And Arliss is just kind of going to awkwardly shuffle away.
So I pull out the letter and I hand it to Skog, who is its intended recipient.
Yes. And he looks at it and sets down his waffles and tucks it. For him, it's basically like a note card, so he just tucks it into his suit inside jacket pocket.
Sorry.
And he says,
I would just hold on for flavor. I want to think that.
Actually, you know what?
Canon.
You know what? Change.
Arliss is like like his staff shakes.
I'm
and
actually
he's just like,
no.
shit,
That
sorry,
100%
sorry."
is canon. Arliss, like, as an excuse to leave, they get a call from Mojis and just like really awkwardly shuffle off. That's canon. That's 100% canon.
yeah, he just shoves it in his jacket pocket and nods at you and says, I will see to this when I am back in my dormitory. Twist, Flormore. Thank you.
Oh, but I don't mean to rush, but time is the essence. You have no reason to trust me. Would you please come with me?
Now.
Yes, please.
Give me a
And I do like.
Give me.
I was gonna do like my best at like a Kong Pine like bow of respect.
Give me a persuasion with advantage.
With advantage. What is that first one? That first one is pretty good. Let's see if we can get better. Yeah, let's go with the first one. That's 19.
He nods, and he will follow you.
I take him to my quarters.
Okay.
Obviously lock the door.
Yeah.
And I hope
Don't
I gesture
try
for him
and
to
fuck
open the
me,
letter.
Orc. Don't you?
He
dare.
does, and what does he find?
He finds multiple detailed ledgers of basically the Florimora family having wed into a Kong Pine shipping company, a competitor of his, that if he remembers, did go under close to the end of the war. And basically, it's proof that the Florimora Cosmetics like shipped all their stuff through Kong Pine because they that was our major like shipping route.
Right.
We had no reason to support y'all in the war. We entirely did our shipping through Kong Pine.
And so these documents sort of prove that the war hurt your business and hurt you, and you benefited from Kong Pine winning.
Yes.
And supported them. He reads this over. He's got very tiny little spectacles on his large face. And he goes, well, this is good news.
It is. I would like to say so, especially since, your competitor, Ships Ahoy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
One of your greatest competitors at the time.
Slight pause.
And it has. It has. Yeah.
I want to know. Did Twist make that up on the spot?
No, it's canon.
No, Momo made it up on the spot.
Canon.
It's canon? Right, lovely.
Ships Ahoy. It has been quite difficult being the heir of two companies. My father's company and my mother's company, one of them has got to give. And it would be a business venture to, I don't know, if your company were to have absorbed Ships Ahoy in some sort of merger, would it not benefit you?
I am sure it certainly wouldn't hurt. That is all.
So do we have an agreement?
Exactly what are you implying?
I am willing to essentially give you Ships Ahoy in exchange for an alliance.
Do you wish for me to vote in favor of you?
See, that's the thing I've been thinking about, because I don't know if you've noticed, but people don't seem to like me very much.
I have.
People seem to like you quite a bit.
And I have no clue why.
I can see there's a lot to like about you. There's physically a lot to like.
Well, Miss Florimore, I am well aware that you and Soraya of Cauldry are acquainted quite well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have consistently voted for them up to now.
That is correct. We've had a long history with the Florimore family and her family as well.
I could benefit from this. If you could consider voting in favor of me for tonight, I will vote either in favor of you, if you would like, or in favor of Soraya, and send my regards from you.
I think it would be a great idea if you voted for Soraya. I vote for you, and she votes for me.
Mutually beneficial.
Mutually beneficial. Three-way, if you will.
Ah!
That actually came out odd.
Ah. I am quite odd.
There's one more thing. Yes. A sort of contingency, if you will. This merger alliance 100% will go through. However, there's someone who has quite a bit of dirt on them. They don't smell quite right, but seems to have captured the hearts of the audience as well as the other contestants.
Don't you fucking dare. Don't you.
Juniper Grail.
Ah.
Something's off there, and I need your help into figuring out what it is.
I consider Juniper a good friend, you know.
I understand that. It will not benefit you, nor I, nor Soraya if she wins.
For the sake of our mutually beneficial agreement, I suppose I can see what I can find.
Excellent.
Is that all, Miss Florimore?
There is one more thing. We are on a game show of sorts, and one thing I've noticed that people like quite a bit is tension, and everyone loves a showmance. So, would you be willing to get into a showmance with me?
Romance for the show.
Showmance. Enemies to lovers type it.
Sure, partner.
and we shake hands. I don't have thaumaturgy, but
I just want to point out, someone in chat literally 3 seconds ago said, "Oh no, what have I missed for the past hour?" Future Cello, you came in at quite a time.
My God.
what can I do? Can I just press to digitate a hickey?
Clip it! Clip it! Clip it! Someone clip it! Clip it now!
Yeah, sure. Where at?
Or just press to
Chris, are you
digitate
gonna do this
hickey
to
on her
every
neck.
character who doesn't hate you?
You do that. He notices, and he like loosens his tie and ruffles up his, like slightly unbuttons his clothes and ruffles his hair, and he says,
Think I'm good to walk about now.
I'd say so.
Come
Oh
on,
my
man!
god.
Don't do this, man!
and but right before he leaves your room, he like puts on his best smile, which for an orc isn't terribly effective, but he walks out of the room like, really loudly, happy sigh,
Yo.
close the door.
This isn't in front of anybody, right? Like,
before
no
he
one's
leaves,
around. Well, I was just gonna say, the second Arliss sees this happening, if Arliss sees this, I'm casting Detect Thoughts immediately. And I'm gonna detect Twist, am I right? Anyway, but no, I'm gonna do that if I see it.
Before he like really leaves,
Yeah.
I wanna like grab him. Fuck, what is my thing I can do? What's the thing I could do?
I just want everybody to know my internet had a slight gap right before she said, I want to grab him fuck, and then cut. And I thought that was the end. I thought that was the end of the statement. And I got so scared.
I hope this isn't tarnish Skog's legacy.
Oh my god.
Like, I had something I could do. I really can't find it. But basically, can you make a Constitution? I say, like, just trust me on this.
Okay.
Yeah. Make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
No, con saving throw. So con saving throw.
And saving throw. What are you doing to this man?
Yeah. If he I think he can fail it if he wants to.
Well, what are you doing to him?
I'm trying to sell that we fucked. Okay.
Oh, I mean, if you relay that to him, then he'll fail.
Yeah. It should take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. Great.
This
Yeah.
entire thing is this is very hard on this poor
So-
man.
He should look exhausted.
Yeah.
He couldn't work, essentially.
He's sweaty now.
So, yes.
Someone in chat said this is way spicier than I imagined, and I just want to point out, this is not actually that spicy. This is the beginning and then the end, skipping the entirety of the middle portion. Like,
Nothing happened. It's a showman.
Yeah, nothing happened at all. It's not spicy.
So, can I throw in some flavor text for this? I was walking away from the dining room, right? They went and they had their conversation. Eric's walking down the hall, just pacing angrily. As the door opens and Skog walks out with his loud
Good morning.
and just
Yeah. Good morning. I also walk out behind him.
If this is something I'm seeing, I have cast Detect Thoughts.
Is there?
this isn't the hallway. Yeah. I don't think we're in the cafeteria.
Yeah, I'm just noting, like, if their point is to sell it and they like walk out into the cafeteria, it's on-site immediate cast.
I would say it wouldn't be out of the question for Skog and Twist to walk all the way back to the cafeteria after having left together.
That's
coming back.
That's my point. Yeah, because if they're trying to sell it.
So
okay.
This will be important. Detect thoughts. Is there any save for that?
Not
a reminder.
Not the basic one, because you get like surface thoughts immediately, and that's just passive. If I want to probe deeper, it's a wisdom save, and then they know I'm doing it. But I'm not doing that
surface thought
yet.
And you cast it on Skog?
Is this just a passive like area thing? It is. Oh, any one creature within 30 feet of you. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Skog first. Maybe Twist after, but Skog first.
Surface level thoughts. What is most on its mind in that moment?
I figure if they actually did just, then the thoughts would be about. So.
Conveniently, if he didn't even bother to like clean up before going out, his shit's all fucked up still. That would definitely.
I also I actually
take like a musk.
I do. I have an important question. I have an important question here.
I'm trying to sell it. Okay.
You did give him a full level of exhaustion. How long were you gone? Were you gone for like 5 minutes and then walk back and he's like sweating and panting? Like how long did this?
I would say we could have timed it however we like.
Yeah, though, like whatever works. I'm curious. That was not a joke. I'm curious.
I'd probably say the time it took us to walk from the cafeteria to the dorms, talk about it, and walk back, at least 5, maybe 10.
Okay.
Only 5-10 minutes? Are you kidding me?
I said at least.
Yo!
I don't know. This is your master plan.
I'm gonna say like this was like 15-25, like between 15-25 minutes.
Okay. Then that's what it is.
Okay.
So as far as thoughts at the front of his mind, I don't know. Then probe deeper. The thought at the front of Skog's mind is,
I'm sure I look ridiculous right now. Hope it's all worth it. This, I think, will be beneficial. Yes, beneficial.
Okay. So that's enough where I'm like, now I as Matt, a player, am an asexual man, but I don't think people fuck and then walk out of the room going, this will be beneficial. So that's enough where I'm like, all right, this is probably something else.
Give me an insight check on that.
Okay.
And I'll tell you a couple things that you could assume that your player might assume.
Insight is good.
From that.
If I can find my D20, which is... It's probably on my desk somewhere. Let me get a different D20. That is a 16.
So all you know is they left together. They came back together 25 minutes later. Clearly looking and smelling like sex.
Ew.
And at the front of Skog's mind is, I look ridiculous, but this will be beneficial, I think. Okay. And so you can assume a few things. Something is, you don't know who's playing who, but somebody either actually had sex or pretended to have sex or is doing something to try and get a leg up. It could be that Skog swooned Twist into sleeping with him to get a leg up. It could be that Twist did the opposite. You don't know. You just know that this is not love that you are witnessing.
In an attempt to try and gain a little bit more of the situation, I'm going to then do the exact same thing on Twist. So surface level, not probing deeper, because that'll be obvious. Maybe just try to figure out like who is the initiator of this, maybe.
So go ahead, Momo. What is at the front of Twist's mind as you walk into the cafeteria with Skog?
I honestly think the first thing on my mind is just like how long will they think he's last? I cannot keep in concentration on this spell. So I'm just like, how long is this gonna last? And then I'm just like, oh yeah, like probably like an hour. Okay.
Once again, I am an asexual man, but I don't think so. All right. Well, there's jokes that I could make, but I'm not going to. So, all right. I think I've gotten the information I need.
Okay.
I find it hilarious that our resident ace is the one trying to Sherlock Holmes.
To be fair,
sex and how.
it's not like I have experience. I got a Sherlock Holmes it if I want to know. Yeah.
No, that's the funniest part. It's
Like the gag is,
like,
the gag is, I am Gray Ace, and I've just read a lot of fan fiction, so I'm just like, this is probably what happens.
This is how things work. Oh my god.
I do just walks out of the room. This will be beneficial. That's so good. That's so good.
So
you see, here's the thing. That's a little suspicious, but that's weird. So maybe that's just how he thinks.
Let's talk weird. So with that, we could say time passes. Is there anybody else that anybody wanted to talk to today?
I actually do. I have changed my plans because again I said and I guess Momo and Panda didn't hear this, but
you
I'm
had an
gonna
idea
be
going
vague.
in, but then stuff happened.
I had a plan going in, and the little intro bit changed all of it entirely. I am going to at some point, and I'm not going to actually, in the spirit of playing this in character, probably a little more unsettled than usual. Though how much that's noticeable is dependent on roles, I guess. I'm gonna find Munson, and I'm gonna try to move forward on that deal with the elemental. I believe is what we discussed. That exotic animal deal. Yeah, I'm gonna find Munson with the goal of sort of bringing that up again.
And is that something you want to roleplay? Or is that just something you want to say that's on the record?
That's kind of up to you as to what if you think Munson's reaction to it would be worth role playing.
Let's see. Unless you bring up anything ridiculous, he's going to be very cordial with you the entire time.
Yeah, I'm not bringing up anything ridiculous. My intent is I assume, again, unless Munson says anything weird, it would be pretty much the same as last time for the purposes of what Munson's thoughts are. Best you can tell, Arliss's intent in this is actually genuine. To get some deal going.
Yeah.
But again, Arliss is more unsettled than usual, though only a little bit.
I will say, because we also started late, we'll skip it. But roll an insight for the conversation that you would have had.
Cool. 17.
He is also on edge. He's talking to you, but he almost seems like exasperated with having to talk about his dealings.
I, in that case, am going to detect thoughts again. Now, this is a verbal somatic spell, so I'm going to wait and do it right after I walk away from the conversation, so I am not casting read mind in the middle of talking to this guy. But I'm burning spell slots for all of these, which should signify to the other players that something happened.
For sure. So after you walk away, you're talking about oh yeah, we got to get, my elder brain wants an elemental, yada yada. He's like, yes, many options, and you leave and you cast detect thoughts on him. And at the front of his mind was, is he the one who wrote it? Entirely possible. But how would he know? Nobody knows.
Okay. So at this point, I've seen Eric and Whitman have this big argument with each other about notes. I got a note. I saw Twist and Skog doing something weird, and I know that Munson has a note. So I don't think it's that big of a logical leap to assume that everyone, or at least all but one or two people, got this. That actually relaxes Arliss a little more than you would think. Instead of putting them more on edge, that's actually a little bit calming.
Because you're not being targeted.
Yes,
anymore.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. That's all I need to know for now.
Anybody else up for the pickings? I have people that will talk to you guys if you guys don't have people you want to talk to. But
I only thought it would be one person that wrote my fucking note. I only have one real, like, outwardly spoken enemy.
Yeah.
So everyone doesn't really like me, but the only person who would, like, fuck with me is that guy.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna. Is the game master around, or like the host guy around?
He has not been seen out and about today.
Can I summon him?
If you ask your Gerald to summon him, he will respond with, the game master does not get summoned, but I can bring you to him.
I will do that.
By the way, quick interruption.
So
Evil Appleman, thank you for all the gifted subs in chat. There were a couple of those.
Holy cow.
Continue.
Oh, but like obviously, like between the thing, I'm like messaging Soraya the whole plan. Like I've messaged her. It's 120 feet, so I'm just like,
yeah. Heyo.
I just give her like a finger heart, and I'm just like, you vote for like whoever.
I think hers is the same.
Like,
she just votes for you.
Yeah, I said you vote for me. I vote for Skog. Skog votes for you. I have a plan as per usual.
As she acknowledges, as she goes about her business, I'm just going to say we'll actively, for every interaction, we're moving an hour forward in the day. Just so we get closer and closer to the ball.
I do want to talk to the game master if possible.
So yeah, your Gerald leads you in the same direction of your dorms, but then upstairs, to essentially the game master's office. And you enter in. It's actually very simple, not very highly decorated, like much of the rest of the ship. This isn't his bedroom, but he's just got a desk, and it just looks like an office.
Are there also cameras in here?
No. Not that, or I guess, no, there wouldn't be. Not in his office. And he, Gerald knocks and he goes, "Come in." And he goes, "Yes, Twist, you wanted to speak with me."
Yes, I did. Gerald, can you wait outside, please?
Yes, of course. And Gerald wheels outside, shuts the door behind him.
So I sit at the desk and I like kind of steep on my hands. I lean forward and I say, "So what's the play here?"
What do you mean?
I get a mysterious letter under my door. Or not Munson, what's his face? Staten, as well as Whitman, gets a mysterious letter under the door. Presumably about some secret thing that only they should know about. So what's that about? What's the play here?
Miss Florimora, I'm not at liberty to reveal how the business venture functions or what the play is. As you say, the business venture has been going on for almost a century. You'll just have to trust that I know what I'm doing.
Yes, I understand it's a business venture, but these are private ongoings in people's lives, not business. Just living.
I said very clearly at the beginning that we received many complaints about how the business venture was boring and needed more drama. And frankly, if you looked closer at your contract that you signed before coming aboard, you may have spotted that privacy wasn't exactly guaranteed. Miss Florimora.
Like, my eye twitches.
I promise you will get along just fine. And at the end of the business venture, whoever deserves to win will win. That's how it's always been.
So where exactly are the privacy lines blurred? Are people watching me sleep?
Of course not.
Watching me use the...
Of course not. We're not...
So they're not watching me at every moment of every day, but they're digging into my private life.
Listen, Florimora, I understand where you're coming from. I truly do. Nobody likes to receive an antagonistic note. No one likes to feel targeted. This is all just to brew a environment that is entertaining. At the end of the day, we are here to entertain. You know that the best of all. I love watching you play this game.
Yes, I'm quite good at it. And I can be very bad at it. But that's not very entertaining, is it?
Of course not. I really don't think we have anything more to say to each other.
Perhaps not. But with these new changes, this means that there's new rules. And old rules are out the window, which means possibly, quote unquote, what some might say is cheating is not actually cheating, but well within the rules of the game. Is that correct or incorrect?
Rules set in stone from previous business ventures are still at play, Miss Florimora. You cannot murder. But as far as everything else, well, it's up to your discretion. I know you have... Your line in the sand is much farther along the beach than most others, and I respect that, as is mine. I'm here to entertain, and I'm here to stimulate the economy.
Very well.
We're doing good things here.
Is there like something expensive on his desk?
His desk is empty.
Yeah. God damn it! Like, I just take my nails and I like drag it across the desk, hopefully leaving some marks in the wood.
You do that and he goes, "We're doing good things here, Florimora. I wish you the best."
Fuck off, and I leave.
Excellent. First conversation with the game master.
And an interesting one. I have one more thing I want to do, and this actually isn't an interaction as much as it's setting up for something later. Can I get my Gerald to deliver like a note, a message to Juniper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. What do you want it to say?
So, at this point, Arliss has figured out pretty, hopefully definitively, that everyone is getting these notes. And given that Juniper is someone that they have had a good relationship with in the past, and also someone who does not seem like the underhanded tactic type, like they're, like from the honorable fight agreement that they had earlier, like seems, viable enough as a straightforward ally, not someone who would be doing this kind of stuff. I'm going to use Illusory Script as well, actually, another spell that I figured would be very helpful with this. The actual text that people would see is, and the note I give to Gerald is, or the message I give to Gerald is basically just something along the lines of like, I'm so sorry to bring actual official business matters on board this business venture, but Mo just had some like ledgers from our old work that you might want to take a look at. No rush on these, like don't need, just something boring, something businessy, and like some statistics, blah, 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 blah. But then the actual note is essentially what I just said. It's like, Juniper, I know we've worked together in the past. You don't seem like the underhanded type. I don't know if you heard rumors of these notes flying around, but given the situation, I wanted to establish like sort of a more formal partnership in this regard. Is this something you'd be interested in, Arliss? Something like that. Just like, hey, weird stuff's going on. Can we agree that we're like not really supportive of this? I'd say something like, Occipital has always been one for transparency and cooperation, and this goes against our values, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. And no response needed, just delivering that, getting it on the table for whenever that may matter.
Okay. For sure. With that, I think we'll fast forward to the ball. So the top deck has been completely transformed into a dance hall. And the bellhop 2 is soaring through an asteroid belt. And as you look around, in this particular time in space, the asteroids around you are highly reflective, and rainbow spotlights shoot up from the sides of the ship and bounce all around as the asteroids tilt and spin, creating this magical dance of lights and colors on the floor.
Oh, a disco ball.
Basically, a really cool space disco ball.
Asteroid
that
disco,
covers the
I love
entire top of the ship.
Hell yeah.
And the lights sometimes go to white and other colors, but it's very magical. And of course, because this whole astro belt is all mirrors, they bounce throughout the belt, and the sky is filled with lights, and it's very cool. It's a very cool aesthetic. Before the ball officially begins, I assume you all are getting ready for it, putting on your nice clothes and things like that. Twist, Soraya stops by your room, and just knocks and goes, "Hello."
Oh, come in, Soraya.
Ah, yes. I love your dress.
Thank you. It's designer.
Oh, of course, it's gorgeous. You will have to give me the name sometime. I've been having issues with mine, but
you look amazing. Don't put yourself down like that.
Now, I got your messages. You have to tell me, are you in Skaga thing?
Oh, well, a thing for... a thing is something...
That's the reaction. Ooh.
I need a soundboard, or Nathan needs a soundboard. I probably shouldn't be allowed to have it.
Hell yeah.
Accurately, a business venture.
Ah, I see. So not love, then?
Maybe not yet.
Oh.
But my parents did not start off in love, but they fell in love.
I fell in love too. Nobody knows that, but he's actually on this ship.
Oh, really? Who? You have to tell me.
He's been here the whole time, but he knows not to bother me when I'm working. I got all dressed up, honestly, but I might just stay in. Maybe invite him to my room.
Do you have a picture, though? I have to see.
Tell you what, if you want to see him, you can swing by to my room tonight. We'll be hanging out there. Don't get any dirty ideas. We'll just be chatting. I haven't been able to talk to him since I've been here, but...
Soraya, dirty ideas? What are you talking about?
Oh, of course, Twist, you would never. How could I?
At this point, the camera cuts to a shot, the shot again of Skalk and Twist leaving the room, just very briefly.
But yeah, I've never been a big fan of balls. Dances, rather.
But we at least have to make an appearance. It's basically mandatory. I did have a little conversation with the game master today.
Really? I didn't know you could do that.
I did. As you know, we have all received somewhat vaguely threatening notes.
Yes, I did get one of those. I guess I didn't realize everyone did, but that, I suppose, is good or very concerning.
Yes. Well, a little bit of both. It seems as if the rules of the business venture have changed. And they are pulling some very dirty tricks on us, the players. And I, for one, am not having it.
Yes, it's certainly not what I thought I was signing up for.
Exactly.
I mean, I knew that the minute we had...
Informed consent. We always say informed consent.
I should really take a closer look at exactly what we signed up for. I brought the contract with me because I can't not work, you know me, but maybe I should look over that just to see if there's anything else we might be missing.
I know this is obviously a no, but it's not Munson, is it?
No, no, oh no!
I know. I just had to ask I have to ask. So not a player.
Even if that was possible, I wouldn't do it because you're my friend.
Thank you.
No. He's not a participant and not a contestant. Rather, he's just my partner. And you really should stop by and meet.
Elf, tiefling.
I don't want to give too much away. It's a surprise. Come by and meet him.
No, I
nice.
can't bear the waiting, Soraya. But fine, whatever.
Okay, well, I'll see you at the dance. And I have some more people I might need to talk to before then. You know how it is, but I'll see you there.
Yes. Before I forget, we really must do something about this Juniper.
I was thinking about going and talking to her myself, actually. Seeing if I could knock some sense into her, for lack of a better word. But
I think there's something off there. I'm just not getting a great vibe. I know she doesn't like me, and I guess I'm not for everyone, but there's something off. The way you carry yourself, like you're some, like, God's gift to us. It's just so much.
The way her company sells her as this adventurer bachelorette, the sexiest woman in Torpendum. Isn't she the CEO?
It's nauseating, particularly
how egotistical do you have to be to run ad campaigns like that?
Like, you know what I think? I think that she's played both sides of this war and is just getting off on supporting little old Yar. I'm from Yar. It's not little old anything. It's just a place.
Give me an insight check when you say that.
Ooh, insight. That is a 24.
It's with a 24. It was going to be a hard DC. So with a 24, you're going to get a little something here. It's very subtle. It's very, very subtle. But when you say specifically the words supporting both sides of this war, her pupils dilate. And her eyes widen just a little bit. But her smile never fades.
Interesting. I noticed that, right?
You do notice that. But you say that, and she's like, yes, she's definitely up to something. Just wish we could dig it up, you know? I wonder what her note said.
I do so wonder.
What did yours say by chance?
Just...
I get
some disgruntled employee.
I get it. I don't want to talk about mine, really, either.
Well, I wasn't going to ask you because that's polite between friends. I thought you would trust me a little bit more than that.
Of course, I don't. Just trying to get more information. You said yourself the game master is changing everything. At this point, it feels like we're against him. He used to just give away money, it would seem, but now we have to work for it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'll see if I can talk some sense into Juniper, but I'll see you at the dance. With Skog?
With Skog, of course.
I like him better than Whitman anyways.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Whitman. All right, see you there.
She leaves.
I would like to leave with her, actually.
Oh, okay. And you guys just go to the ball?
Yeah, we go to the ball.
Sweet. And then I guess the ball is happening.
I have
Matt,
a note
yeah,
before, like during the getting ready process. I don't know if this would matter at all. It depends on this is something I'm mentioning for in case any of the NPCs are doing anything that would interact with it, if that makes sense. Arliss, not really notably, they're kind of trying to be quiet, but is talking to themselves a lot in their room as they're getting ready. And if anyone is listening for that, they would hear it. Again, that only matters if people are actively trying to eavesdrop, but because it it might matter, I mention it. If not, feel free to move on.
I would say, tell me what you were saying.
Tell you specifically or tell everybody? I can tell it. Whichever
I mean, it's up to you if you or if we. No, I feel like we can trust our players to not metagame.
Arliss isn't saying anything incriminating of any kind. Just kind of like, all right, you've got this. You're capable. You did excellent work during that first challenge. You can handle this. Like the calm facade, not there at all. If you didn't recognize the voice, you'd not think it's the same person. Just very much like psyching themselves up before a show of some kind. Like,
yeah,
you know exactly what you're doing. You've been at this job for years. You're experienced. Perfection.
You hear a knock on your door.
One moment. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm on a call. A call with notice. And then you hear just like some thunking or something, and then the door opens.
And you see Garrick Whitman.
Okay.
At your door. And he goes, "Hey there. Can I come in?"
Arliss like thinks about it for a brief second, and then steps aside, kind of gesturing, sure.
Thank you.
What seems to be the matter?
Look, I got no qualms. I got no beef. I know I got in a screaming match with Eric at breakfast this morning, but I really just wanted to swing by and ask why you voted no for me yesterday. We didn't even have a conversation. We haven't talked.
Arliss kind of nods, sort of fully understanding what, genuinely, I don't want to use the word sympathetic, but like, Arliss knows why. Arliss voted against Whitman specifically because in case this came up, there was a valid reason. Arliss kind of sighs and goes, well, it really isn't anything against you personally. I mean, I hate that we have to vote against someone so early, especially since I do see everyone here as a potential ally for Occipital. Unfortunately, during that match, I hate that we have to fight at all, but it seemed a little bit, and while I do understand your motivations, you were gunning a little bit for the throat there when it came to your strikes against Eric and Occipital, of course. We're a company that fosters cooperation. It does seem like we have to, we can't condone violence of any kind. We're about making people work together for mutual benefit. And so, just on public relations, really, nothing personal.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I knew nothing was gonna go wrong. They had Revivify on deck. It's just a statin kid.
Look, I understand completely.
He brings the worst out of me. He brings the worst out of me. I just want you to know that's not the real me. I'm a gentleman. I really am.
Arliss kind of reaches out to do the double head. Like, of course. I do completely understand. I hope there are no hard feelings whatsoever. It was for the good of the company and optics, of course. That's just what made the most logical sense. Yeah. But I don't plan on continuing any sort of rivalry or anything like that.
No, but I mean, I tell you what, I would not be opposed to maybe a vote in favor of me to make up for it. Tonight, that is. Otherwise, I'm from Weckland. I might have to get my get back. I really don't want to vote no against you, but...
Arliss pauses for a moment, and then you see their staff kind of like the eyes of it glow a faint purple, and it rumbles a little bit. And Arliss holds it up. He's one moment, of course. I'm not really the only voice in this matter.
Of course.
Well, unfortunately, I'll have to get back to you. I was having an unrelated conversation with Mo. Just don't worry, you didn't interrupt. But again, it's something I'm open to, and I'm not going to make you wait. I'll have an answer for you, I promise. But let me consider my options, get Modus's input on the whole situation.
Absolutely. Just remember, Arliss, got no qualms with you. I am at the bottom of the leaderboard, so any allyship is nice.
And as I've said,
I'll see you on the dance floor.
We do foster cooperation between all types, and so yes, I will certainly see you there.
And he leaves.
And this is again more for the benefit of the viewing audience, because this is a good bit. Arliss closes the door very calmly, waits for like Whitman's footsteps to leave, which I assume they do, and then just kind of leans back against the door like, another one down? I'll take that as a success. Good job. Okay, good job. And then goes back to getting ready.
Cool. Yeah, and then we can move on to sort of, unless Eric has anything he wants to do, anybody wants to talk to, we can move on to the ball, which is...
Are we going to describe exactly what
if we want to do fit checks, I'm here for it.
I have a very specific Spite fit check, but I also want to do it last because of that.
We'll go around and do fit checks. I can kick it off to give you guys time to think. So this ball is open up to everyone. There's obviously like VIP sections for contestants only. Skog pretty much wears the same suit every day. So Skog, classic pinstripe. He's a simple guy. I think it's the only one he brought, if I'm being honest. Soraya is wearing like this beautiful form-fitting but flares out at the bottom gold sequined dress, hair tied up in like with like what are the words, they got like they clip in to almost give the appearance of like the wreath thing around like the Greek gods used to have. Looking very stoic. Philip J. Munson is dressed like an 80s Motown star. He's got like the bell bottoms, purple and green. Interesting color choice. The polka dot undershirt. Juniper is just wearing a simple, nothing too crazy, just simple red dress. Just keep it clean, keep it pristine. Hair looks the same as normal. Whitman's got on a nice little suit. He switched it to white for this night. Good bid style. He went from his typical black suit to now all white suit. What is everybody else wearing?
I got something. If no one else is ready yet, I'll put a link to my sort of partial reference image in chat here because I am basing this off Mr. Sinister. Yeah, of course. Well, no, I have reasoning for it. It's not just Mr. Sinister. So that I'm thinking sort of visually similar to Mr. Sinister's Krakoa era fit. Arliss has like these, like Mind Flayer robes, like the kind of stereotypical things that Mind Flayers always wear. Something like that, but fancier, purple and gold as is sort of Arliss's colors. But specifically, and this is the Mr. Sinister reference part, the collar, specifically the back of it, is like very flared up, very overdramatic, with kind of pieces of fabric dangling off the back of it, specifically designed to give sort of the imagery of an elder brain floating behind them. So it's like that sort of shape, not in a gross way, but like in that shape with the tendrils falling off, representing Arliss as like the representative of Mojis.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay. I like that. That's nice.
Twist? What's the fit look like?
Okay, so I know exactly what my fit looks like. And if anyone remembers, I think it was like the 2016 Claire Danes, Met Gala Zach Posen dress. It looked like Cinderella and it lit up. No one remembers that.
Wait, no, which one? Who did you say this was?
Claire Danes.
Oh, no, I don't actually know who that is.
Like, it basically was a Cinderella ball gown that like lit up, and it was beautiful. It's my favorite dress of all time. That's the dress that Twist is wearing, but instead of it being light blue, it is a Flora Mora magenta.
Nice. Very nice. So the dance begins. There is live music. I forgot. Sorry. You said, you gotta save me for last, and I was like, he's not going. Go ahead.
You gotta save me for last. Yes, you have to save me for last. I have a question before I start. Can you read off the exact
boy.
poem that I was given again?
I was about to say, do I have to take off the
the
headset for that? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you two mute for a
Interesting.
second? I need to hear this again.
I will
real quick.
read it off. So everybody else get out of here while I read Eric's thing.
Hold on.
We're talking about the fits and the
Okay. Your poem goes as this. There once was a ship called the Weckland that was built with golden nails. We watched as it sailed through the drink. Then a greedy boy came, took the gold from its frame. How long till the ship will sink?
All right, I thought that's what it was. Okay.
Okay.
They can come back now.
We're good. We are good.
Okay, I saw a thumbs up. I also don't know what happened to Momo's camera. Maybe she just. I'm hoping she just left while the poem was being read.
Okay. So, after the poem that he received this morning.
Can I come back?
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't know if you
Yes,
turned your
you can come
camera
back.
off on purpose, but your camera
happened to
is
your
gone.
camera?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. After he got the poem this morning, Eric went back to his cabin and hasn't really been seen since then. He has shown up in a suit that looks mostly black, except for the extremely bright gold filigree that designs both the collar, the cuffs, the shoes, and the black gloves that he's wearing. And he's also wearing one of his false faces that is completely gold with blacked out eyes, no mouth, and black filigree that spawns out from the exact spot on his neck where he got shot yesterday.
Wow.
Did you just come up with
making
that?
phone calls to go and he's been making phone calls to go and make this false face. He specifically minted this one face for today after he read the poem. He brought the suit. The false face is new.
Wow.
Okay.
So his whole head is completely golded out. His horns are completely gold, but there's black filigree that spans up the entire thing, spawning from the exact spot on his neck where he got shot. And his eyes are completely blacked
Incredible.
Oh my god, dude. Build a bridge and get over it.
Wow. So I guess now would also be a good time to ask. Oh, I'll go back to my description. Ball is open to everyone. There's live music. There's bars. There's all this stuff. The voting this time around is going to happen at the ball. So that's how that's going to go down. So the Game Master will make an appearance at some point tonight. I guess I should ask Arliss and Eric if you guys had dates.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Because these kinds of parties are all about who are you with.
That's a good point. Shoot. This is one of those cases where my character is very different than myself in my regard, and that
I'm just
answer
saying
would
you're
be yes.
asexual-ish,
The
so.
answer would be yes, but I didn't even process that as an option.
I know fully in my soul Eric came alone.
I have a question, and I don't know if this is allowed, and if that's not, it's totally fine, because I did not think of this as an option. Maybe I could do it before. If Juniper was not going with anyone, can we say that was part of the note that I set up? If not, that's totally fine.
Give me a perception
check. Okay.
as you show up to the ball.
That is a not great roll, but I think I have an okay bonus to this. That is going to be a 13.
You show up to the ball, realizing, oh shit, you're supposed to bring dates to these. And you look around, and you see Juniper in a roped-off VIP section at the bar, with just a slew of gentlemen waiting outside the VIP section, hoping to get a dance with her. But you see her sitting there alone.
Okay. yeah, I'm trying to think of what sort of needs to be done in this situation. And Arliss is definitely just going over there and walking into the VIP section. Like, past all the other people. Probably much to their annoyance. And I'm just gonna...
Yeah, they're all like, Juniper! Juniper! Come on, one dance!
Arliss, just walks in. I assume that I am allowed in. And yeah, I sit next to Juniper at the bar. Oh, Juniper, how are you doing?
She goes, oh, I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Good as well. I mean, it's been an eventful day, I would say.
Yes, very. Not the best of days, of course, but eventful is a good way to put it.
I kind of glance back at all of the dudes waiting outside, and I will say, in a, like, not in a scummy way, in like a genuine, like, friendship kind of way, is like, quite a few suitors looking at you, I can see.
She kind of sighs and holds up her drink. She goes, yeah, they're always around. The adventurer bachelorette. So, kind of comes with the territory. And she takes a big swig. But, none that I'd wish to dance with, I suppose. I see you're alone as well, though.
Arliss goes, oh, well, yes, I often find myself too busy for things like this. Funny, my whole job is being the face of the company, and yes, as the face, I have to preserve my image so much I don't really get to think about it on a personal level.
Insight check for me.
Insight check. 19.
Love these. 19? Mm-hmm. What's the word I'm looking for here? She gets a somber expression.
Okay.
Across her face when you talk about working too much, not being able to really put time in like that. And she goes, I understand that. Were you looking to dance?
Arliss, I'm assuming Arliss took a drink at some point. Arliss puts it down and goes, I think that would be lovely.
Let's do it then. And she takes your arm in true chivalrous fashion, and you guys head out to the dance floor, walking through the sea of men who were waiting to dance with her, as the most gorgeous individual they've ever seen and the most gorgeous woman they've ever seen walk past. And, you get the occasional, oh, what? I can't compete! I can't!
Someone else in chat just said Arliss doing political seduction through personal intimacy, which is very funny because I do want to point out it was said at first out of genuine friendship. Like, that was not scammy. It was very, like, that was nice. Arliss isn't horrible. As horrible as Eric Staten. As far as y'all know.
I had somebody that wanted to talk to somebody. Who am I missing? Whitman talked to Arliss. That can't happen anymore because of things that happen. I think... Does anybody have anybody else that they wanted to talk to tonight? Twist, you see that very early into the night, Soraya leaves you and Skog to go back to her dorm.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's about it.
I do want to...
It's a dance. So
I thought of one thing,
to mingle with.
And this is again more just for flavor, but it was a point that I just realized that will maybe affect voting later. At some point during like one of the early dances, Arliss is just kind of going to chuckle and goes, it does come to mind that dancing with you here may unfortunately hurt some of my potential in this little game, given your and then just kind of gestures to all the men around. And then after a moment's pause, just kind of smiles and goes, "Oh, well, I think I'll live."
Yes, I think you'll be just fine.
Damn.
As
Where the fuck was that nervous guy a second ago? Shit.
As Soraya leaves, by the way, she does send you another little message, just being like, "Remember, door's open." And she heads back.
Just because I'm a
That scared me.
forgot.
That was such a big shift from just walking back.
There was a lot of time between you. This is a very important moment. There was a lot of time between you and Skog making the plan and the ball. Skog did some digging. And during one of the dances, he talks to you, or I guess he would probably bring you over to a bar rather than one of the VIP bars to do this. One that is empty for sure, as much privacy as you can get. And he says, I need you to know that I made uncomfortable decisions today.
Okay.
In the name of our agreement. I took it upon myself to enter Juniper's room.
Skog.
And please, I don't enjoy this. But this is really all I could find. And he hands you, weirdly enough, a note. And if you open it up, it reads, it's a love letter. And it basically reads like, Juniper, I miss you dearly. You're always away, adventuring, and I know you do it for me. But I can't wait to see you again.
So well with what I did.
Love,
Johnson is the name that it's signed with.
Johnson.
And Skog goes, I don't know what much use this will be, but at the very least, this implies maybe Juniper is not much of a bachelorette.
Interesting. I summoned my Gerald. Gerald?
Yeah.
Can you do some research for me? Is that allowed?
Ooh, that's a good question. Can the Geralds do research? Your Gerald responds, I can handle basic tasks. I don't promise I can turn up much.
Well, I'd like you to turn up as much information as you could with any a Johnson associated with either Hero Link or Juniper Grail herself.
I will see what files I have access to.
I would just like...
And he wheels
Can
away.
I pause this real quick? You just asked Google if Uber has had any relation with a man named Johnson ever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're going to get so many fucking
Probably
hits.
a few.
So many hits. Skog also adds on, he goes,
her room was quite cluttered. I might have been able to find more, but I did not want to make it so obvious that I was rummaging. Nor did I wish to get caught.
Skog, honestly, I can say this with 100% honesty. I have never been more attracted to you.
I don't think orcs can blush, but he shows you a fanged, toothy grin.
And I like pat his cheek and I say, good on you.
And I think that is everything. And the game master, unless anybody has anything else they want to do, the game master will initiate something. Go ahead. Well, be a piece of shit. It's the name of the game.
I want to be a little bit of a bastard. At some anonymous point during the night, you can assume that Eric's been talking everybody's ear up that he can to try and pitch his goddamn business, even though everybody here is millionaires and already fucking knows about him. At some point, he finds whatever bar Whitman is sitting at. Did Whitman come alone?
Whitman did come alone.
Cool. He finds whatever bar Whitman has inevitably posted about that. And oh yeah. Come on. He goes over to the bar, not next to him, on the other side of the bar, and simply orders him the most expensive drink. And on the coaster it says, "How's this for a love letter, fucker?" And sends it over. And whenever he gets the drink, Eric on the other side just like cheerses him. Or like holds his drink up 2 cheers in the most like fuck you sort of way he can.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, but he's just I don't assume he's kind of like, it's that thing where like you're at a party alone. You feel like a loser. You know? And so he just doesn't have the energy right now. And then you turn around to see Philip J. Munson in his purple and green and polka dot fit wearing his face.
Oh God, what's
his has got to
like?
be. I feel like it resembles sort of like a dragon's head.
I hate this guy. Oh my God.
Gotcha.
That makes
he's
sense.
there
Oh
like
my God.
boogieing alone. And he's like, looking good.
He's there boogieing alone is a very good line.
And,
as a you, but buddy, pal, you're looking great. I see you repping the brand.
The
I
future,
like it.
me and you.
We are the future. That's right.
And
hell yeah, hype it up. Tell as many people as you know. Not everybody can look as cool as you. I called Gerald over, and as Gerald wields over, I'll be like, "Is there any way that you can tell every single human?"
I can make rounds.
He's wearing an.
Oh my God.
That's not one.
I can make my rounds. Yes.
Thanks. Don't make it obvious. I like having this guy's boat. He's wearing the fucking dragon. I can't be seen.
Of course. And you're Gerald.
Wait, he's wearing the fucking dragon, and there's dragon bands at this party, man. I can't be seen.
I was worried about that, actually. But...
Shuffles back in, and he goes, thanks. And he shuffles back into the crowd and starts shilling again to anybody who will listen.
And with that, we'll fast forward time to when the Game Master makes an appearance on the main stage. To cast votes. Again, we're short on time, so I'll skip a lot of the theatrics of what the Game Master would say. It's the same stuff that he would say any other night. His conversation with Twist did not affect his cheery mood at all. And we'll go in a random order, and I'll just say who people vote for. I'm going to roll my dice.
Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm going with the plan. I, as a player, am so bad at this whole thing. So whatever is keeping my alliance is what I do.
So first up is Munson. And he comes up on stage. As he comes up on stage, he passes you, Eric. And he goes, don't panic, I'll explain this one later. And he walks up on stage. And he goes, I cast my vote for Whitman and against... Who's he going to cast against? Twist Floormore.
Oh, how rather predictable.
Who would have guessed? Why did I even need to check my notes? Next up,
I'm sorry.
this was Munson. And Munson...
This was that motherfucker voted for Whitman?
He whispered to you, don't panic, I'll explain later. And then voted for Whitman. You can give me an insight or a perception on Whitman as this happens.
I'm gonna do... fuck, hold on. Shit, I have the same. I'm gonna do insight on Whitman. I should have done perception. That's a 5. I'm blinded with rage.
You look over at Whitman, and he's basically he goes, "Yeah, insight this, buddy. Insight that," and gives you the middle finger.
Just said that. It's just in the middle of all the crowd. You just see 2 people just doing this in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And all right, we'll move on.
I also like the idea that you like most people just see hands over the heads, but know who it is. like there's no doubt in anyone's mind.
There's no question about who's flipping each other off right now.
It cuts to 2 random people in the crowd. One leans over to him and goes, "Who do you think did that?" And the other goes, "Really?"
Honestly, you were awake this morning, right?
Next up is Twist.
I vote for whoever keeps my alliance. Say whatever the
You were going to
name
vote for Skog.
Right.
But then who are you going to vote
I vote
against?
for Skog, last name.
Who are you going to vote against after that?
Oh, who am I voting against? I'm voting against Philip J. Munson.
Wow.
Oh, and Nathan, send me the totals once this is done, and I'll update
Yeah,
the thing.
I'm using my new and improved tracker, so this will go much easier.
Nice.
Munson. So Munson did Whitman and against.
Can I actually say something before?
Yeah.
Say, despite how yesterday's rankings went, voting went, I am not going to vote against someone for no reason. And I vote against Philip J. Munson.
Excellent. All right, we got a negative for Twist, a positive for Twist, positive for Whitman, positive for Skog, negative for Munson. Let's keep it pushing. Next on the list is Whitman.
Ooh, this will be interesting.
And
Whitman,
Whitman,
I would go first.
I wonder.
you see Whitman and Munson kind of like do a little thing before he walks up on stage. And he also makes eye contact with you, Arliss.
Arliss.
Anything you wanted to do.
I just want to point out, Arliss also forgot this. That is not me forgetting. That is Arliss forgetting. Arliss just tries their best to not give any indication. Actually, I would say, like, he should probably insight check me.
Yeah,
you want to do a performance check? If you did a performance check, like you're desperately trying to hold a straight face.
Well, no, because let me see what this insight check is, because...
He got a 6.
Oh, yeah. No idea. Arliss is not that bad at hiding their emotions, I don't think. Pretty cool. Stone cold neutral.
If that's the case, Whitman goes up on the stands. Where's his vibe tracker? Get it together. Come on. And he is going to vote in favor of Juniper Grail and against Arliss.
Okay.
Oh.
You know what? Okay.
Oh.
If your player would care to, you can give me a perception or an insight on Munson.
Or me. You can actually... there are things you could find out, I would say.
And voted against Arliss. Sweet. And then next up is you, Arliss.
Arliss is going to get up there, not vote for Whitman. I don't think that's too surprising in any case. This is actually great though, because now Arliss can plausible deniability. Like, why did you? I was gonna,
Right.
So what's Juniper is at 4 now, right?
She will be at 4 now. Yeah.
Okay. This is okay. Yeah. Arliss is going to vote for Juniper as well, actually, putting her in a solid lead.
At 5.
At 5, and then is going to vote against Twist, I think.
Oh my!
I haven't even done anything today.
Arliss has thoughts and plans that
It's been a day.
I have plans that I cannot share with you right now. There are plans in motion.
Next up is Skog. Skog casts his vote in favor of Soraya. And let me check my notes. Nobody had a deal with Skog to vote negative against anybody, right?
Oh, I had a deal with him to vote against Juniper.
Did you? Or was it just...
Yeah.
Was that true?
That was like our whole thing.
I thought it was just the mutual voting of each other. If that's the plan,
I also thought
then he will do that.
Yeah.
He will cast a vote against Juniper.
I'm extra
-1.
then.
Yeah, the whole point is to keep her from winning.
Right. Speaking of which, Juniper goes up on the stand and votes in favor of Arliss.
Okay.
And
Staying neutral.
Staying neutral.
It's good.
In favor of Arliss. And against... Who does she vote against? Oh, this is interesting. Against Soraya. And that's what that is. Eric, you're up, buddy.
Eric is going to go up. He's going to scan the crowd. He puts his drink down on the stand and goes, I vote for Skog.
W.
And I vote against Whitman. And he flips him off on stage before he walks back down.
Oh, it's to be expected at this point. And I believe lastly is Soraya, who goes up and votes in favor of Twist, of course. And casts her vote against Juniper Grail as well.
Interesting.
I believe puts Juniper neutral on the night.
Ooh.
Yeah, with 4 votes in the running for Juniper. So okay, that's everyone's votes. Let me tally these up. We have 2 in... Let's do Arliss first.
Yeah, if you just say everybody's current totals, I'll change them on the thing at live.
Yes. Okay. Arliss broke even.
Okay, that's
1 point
fine.
for Arliss.
That's good.
Eric Stanton. Am I reading this correctly? No votes at all.
Nobody
So
voted for
stays at
Eric,
2.
and I am
Even.
completely confident with that.
Twist got 1 positive, 2 negatives. So
down to
Twist
1.
is down to 1.
Okay.
Whitman, bottom of the leaderboard, got a vote for, but his plan with you kind of fell through, and then Eric voted against him, so he is neutral, still at -1.
-1.
Juniper, 2 votes for, 2 votes against, still at 3.
Lots of neutrals.
Yeah. Philip J. Munson -1.
All right, that's a down for Munson. That means I gotta hold on. I gotta readjust the dimensions of this. Fit that negative in there. Okay.
Soraya got 1 4 and 1 against, still at 2. And Skog got 2 4 and no against.
So Skog's at 4 now.
Skog just took the lead.
Oh, this is...
God damn!
I don't know if anyone's insight checking Arliss, but if you do, Arliss is like...
I think
this is
everybody except like 3 people. Skog came out. It turns out his whole deal with Twist proved to be beneficial.
I'm telling this to the audience just for fun. I don't think Arliss could have asked for a better outcome from this. This is ideal. I am updating the thing right now.
And after Soraya cast her vote, Twist, give me a perception check.
Perception. All right. That was an all right.
It was not a difficult roll. As she heads back into the crowd, she is joined by her man. Mm-hmm. And you recognize him.
Ooh.
You actually recognize him very well. For it is your former husband.
That.
Ladies and gentlemen and others.
And that is what we'll take our break.
Oh, Nathan! Nathan!
Oh my god!
I love this. This is just the romance episode. Like,
it really is.
And most of it wasn't even intentional. I want to point out something very funny that's just going on with the players right now, because right now the setup that we've got is, and I don't think this is really like spoilers to say, you can pretty much guess it. Arliss kind of wants Juniper to win, or at least be up in the high running for reasons unknown. Twist, and therefore Momo, wants Juniper to lose. So we've got a little bit of opposite goals going on here. Meanwhile, Panda's just like, fuck you, Whitman. like we have the two sides of like, all right, we're supporting Juniper, we're against Juniper, fuck Whitman. That's going on over here. That's an unrelated thing that's happening.
Nobody knows what Munson's doing.
There's a B plot in the background where I'm over here where I'm just screaming at Whitman while the actual plot is taking place.
I love that. All right.
Anyway, actual plot and characters are up here fucking doing important shit.
Yes, let me throw it to the pause screen. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, guys. And we are back. I'm sure you are all anxiously waiting for Nathan to finish the bit of a bomb he dropped.
We are back. I mean, there's really not much to finish. It's just a fact of the matter. Soraya comes back and is chilling with her mans, which just so happens to be Twist's
man's
husband.
Twist ex.
Voting is over. You're all dismissed. Do you do anything?
Does he see me?
They do. He does not see you.
I message Soraya immediately and be like, I have to talk to you in my quarters now. Come alone.
She does. She will follow you all the way back to your quarters, and she'll go like, what's the matter?
Your henchman's dating your ex-husband.
I have something to tell you.
Okay.
This cannot leave this room.
Of course.
You're dating my husband.
Excuse me?
You're dating my husband.
I mean, I didn't want to drop this bomb, but I'm fairly certain I'm dating my husband.
Well, he was actually married to me first.
When?
Oh, right. So I'm not Twist. Actually, I am, but I also am not. I am Isadora, and I'm also Maud, because all of the women you've been friends with have just all been me. It's me.
So your
I'm
mother
very old.
and your
It's me.
grandmother.
It's me.
You pulled a Kingo? That's what... I would not see that one coming. Okay.
That's the twist. You're just immortal.
And so what happened? What?
Well, I was married to Gideon for many years, and then I started to get old. And he was like, I can't be with you if you get old. So then I went to try to be young forever. I got mixed up with a vampire. Things don't really turn out the way you intend it to do all the time. I don't drink blood.
I'm sorry, you're a vampire?
I absorb energy, okay?
This is all very shocking, Twist.
Yes, it is. I understand that.
Who knows about this?
Gideon actually, I don't know if he knows, but we promised to be together again once I have obtained immortality. I started my whole company to get there. That's why I'm doing this, so I can go back to my husband, who is now apparently your husband?
Yes, and again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's never mentioned any of your former names.
I don't know how that could be. We were in love. We were so in love. So in love. Maybe it's just very painful for him, I think.
Perhaps. Yes, that must be it. Do you want to speak with him?
Yes. Because you've spoken to him about me.
Yes, and he knows you're here. I've talked to him.
And he's never said anything.
I talked to him about, this Twist Lormore girl, we're really hitting it off. Which I think she's going to be a good, we talk in the nighttime after everyone's going to sleep, like an old teenage couple.
And he's never mentioned me at all, ever.
No. He said, wow, she seems nice.
I mean, I guess I look a little different. That's what happens when you test your own products on yourself, but I don't look that different. Like, how does he... Did something happen to him?
I don't know. I really...
Call him in here.
She uses her Gerald to go get her husband. The Gerald leads him in, and Gideon comes in like, Soraya. Oh.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. The cat's out of the bag, Gideon. What's going on here?
Listen, I can explain all of this.
Do so quickly.
I'm here at the business venture with my wife. Having a very splendid wife. Now, hold on. You were my wife.
What do you mean, were? We never got divorced. We were supposed to get together again once I become immortal.
Oh, no. Did you buy that?
What do you mean, buy that?
It was never about you being immortal. You're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Man,
because hearing that I would want to date an immortal and then starting a generation-long company to achieve that goal is something a totally sane person would do.
It's something someone in love does.
I think we have different definitions.
I would like to remind our listeners that murder is not allowed in this competition, just in case.
The amount of... if Twist actions had been anything else for the last episode, this would have such a different context, but, all we've seen is Twist just doing crime after crime after crime after crime. So when her ex is like, I didn't want to date you because you're crazy, I'm kind of like, okay. Not to be rude, but this woman does just so much,
just a bit. Just a little bit.
People are saying that Eric's...
Goddamn, I thought I was supposed to be the piece of shit.
So you're going to look Soraya in the eye and say you would never do the same thing for her.
I will do you one better, Twist. I will look you in the eye and say, Soraya is my true love.
Is it murder if they die of natural causes?
This man's trying to die. What is happening?
Is this happening like in the...
This is happening in Twist's room.
Is everyone else back at the rooms yet, or is this...
You were all dismissed. Actually, that's a good point. You were all dismissed.
Okay.
So if it depends on who would want to go back to their room.
I was gonna say...
and then I would have you make some sort of perception check.
I was gonna congratulate Juniper and Skog, but like more in the sense of pleasantries, keeping up friendships, and rather like I had an interaction.
Right.
But otherwise, I don't think Arliss had anything else that they needed to do. Arliss is gonna go back because thanks to the note that happened earlier, Arliss is not gonna be doing as much like schmoozing with random people. So Arliss is probably there or arriving shortly.
That sounds reasonable enough for you to give me a perception check, I'd say. What about you, Eric?
I stayed at the ball pitching to anybody who would listen. Okay. So that is fully up to you as the DM of who the fuck is going to listen to my never-ending spiel.
There's definitely some kiss asses who would love to.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Then I'm with them talking their ear off about my scam. So.
Munson is drunk, following you, basically doing the yes, and that yes. That's it.
Is he still wearing the mask?
Yeah.
Shit. We might need to come back to me.
And I got a 21.
Mm-hmm. 21. That's a damn good roll, man. I would say you got within earshot right around the time that you heard, I'll do you one better. I'll look you in the eye and say, Soraya is my true love. And then...
you walked headlong into a telenovela, man. I'm so sorry.
Upon hearing that, I'm definitely going to use my ghostly gaze to just kind of look through the wall. Because I can do that.
You see what's going down. Nobody can perceive you doing this.
It's
anyway,
an ability.
Like
it's one of my Eldritch Invocations, so it's just once per short rest as an action. I can see through solid objects with a range of 30 feet.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you see a half-elf man. Half-elf? Full elf?
Remind me, just elf.
Momo. Elf man.
Danny Elfman.
And a very... Yeah, you see Twist, and you see Soraya kind of standing... They're kind of like right at each other, and Soraya's kind of in between them. They're all pretty dumbfounded and shocked and angry.
Okay, this is where things are going to get a little bit weirder. So, is this audible from, like, outside? This is audible enough outside the room, right? In, like, the hallway?
I would say you have to walk past
But, like, if I'm standing outside their door.
Yeah.
What is the ceiling of this room like? Or the hallway, Inside? What does the ceiling of this hallway look vaguely like?
Oh, the hallway? We established before when Twist was doing Sneakery that it's a relatively high ceiling.
There are rafters. Okay, great.
Oh, no. I used rope trick, so if there were anything, it didn't matter.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But for the sake, I'll say there are rafters. It's a ship.
If there's no one else in the hallway, I'm just going to really quick kind of like thrust my staff upward and as I walk by, and my little octopus manifests and kind of shoots into the rafters and just sits there, and then I go into my room and perceive senses so I can keep listening.
Okay. Momo, that's our cue.
I cast Crown of Madness on Gideon. Wisdom
on Gideon? What save is that?
14 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Clearly,
so we're going straight to
Gideon's not that
No,
wise.
he is not.
No, he is not.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
failed.
I'm so glad I'm listening to this.
Gotcha. So what happened?
Let's see. Madness glows in his eyes. Must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself you mentally choose. The target can attack normally on its turn if you choose no creature. Basically, I just tell him to kill Soraya.
Yo, what?
Okay.
Yo, what? What the fuck?
I said, I don't know what happened while we were apart, but there's clearly, she must have done something to you because we are in love.
He smashes his beer bottle on the wall and just leaps towards Soraya. I think roll initiative.
I just want
Of course.
to confirm.
I
People can see the crown of the crown of madness, right? Like it casts like a thing on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Soraya knows you're ordering this man.
Oh, for sure, but I don't expect her to leave this room.
I'm actually doing something as well here, because I'm listening to this whole thing, right? When I hear kill Soraya, I'm dimension dooring into the middle of the room. Just bam.
Oh my god. If that's the case, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative
Okay.
as well, Matt.
Oh,
Amazingly, this actually does work for my plans.
we're just really reinforcing the A plot, B plot thing.
Yep.
I'm off pitching NFTs. I'm doing business in the other room, and there's an active murder going on in this fucking room.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go to bed and see blood everywhere in a fight that took place and go, what the fuck did I fucking miss? What the hell happened here?
Okay. So, yes, everybody roll
Fun.
initiative for me.
As this is happening...
Oh, I rolled
God,
a 2.
this is so
for initiative.
juicy.
I rolled shitty.
I have a
Okay.
choice to make. Okay, as I'm teleporting in, or like right before I teleport in, I want to tell... actually, you know what? I'm gonna either tell my Gerald or tell my familiar, whatever makes the most sense to do this. Get the game master. I am getting intervention coming into this, and then I'm dimension dooring. And again, that I can tell my familiar to tell the Gerald, or however that works. I'm somehow getting the game master.
Yes.
Oh, and I got good initiative too. I was ready.
What's your initiative,
Unnatural
Matt?
20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. So initiative is going to start with Gideon. I would say the combat round is starting with Matt in the room.
Okay.
But Gideon gets the first move. And so he just leaps at Soraya and God, 2 times with a broken bottle right in the stomach. They roll those attacks. Holy smokes, what's Soraya's AC? She's not wearing any armor, she's wearing a gorgeous dress. Yeah, remove that. 13. He hits both times. 12 damage. That makes it Matt's turn.
Okay, that said, I don't actually have much that I can necessarily do. I do actually have one thing. I'm gonna use a spell that I believe is from Acquisitions Incorporated, which is weirdly effective in this scenario. I'm gonna cast Incite Greed on Gideon. Is that the guy's name? So it's a
Yeah,
wisdom
that's the guy's
saving
name.
throw of
Okay.
16.
Holy shit.
Okay.
He fails.
So basically, I hold out this magical thing. While charmed in this way, a creature can do nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner. While an affected creature is within 5 feet of you, it can't move but simply stares greedily at the gem you present. So I am stunning him, essentially. Like, no more attacking.
Okay. So Matt, you say, kill Soraya. Gideon, ksa, ksa. 2 in the gut immediately after smashing it against the wall. Matt, boom, teleports in, holds the crystal, and as Soraya like stumbles backwards, Gideon just stares with like a bloody hand at
I should
Arlis's
add,
direction.
this has a repeated saving throw at the end of each turn. So he is incapacitated for a turn, for sure, unless something breaks my concentration.
It is Soraya's turn. She is not built for combat. She casts something, but it doesn't. It's not an attack or anything like that. She casts something on herself. Twist.
I'm trying to see if you can charm someone that's already not like if someone's already under the control of someone, can you take control of them? That's the whole thing.
That's an interesting question, actually. Double charm effects.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think Matt can do that to someone that's already under someone else's
This is important.
control.
So
I don't think charm.
Does a subsequent charm effect override a previous one? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I've never run into that question before.
Oh, they had the same situation with Crown of Madness.
Yeah.
Answers. Charms don't override / preempt each other unless that is called out in the rules. The quick answer is no. Abilities or spells that impose the charm condition don't cancel previous charm conditions. They can be in effect at the same time.
So this does say this creature can do nothing but approach you in a safe manner on my spell. It explicitly says can do nothing but this.
So yeah.
So I think that overwrites.
And so that would, for the moment, override. By the way, is there a recurring save for your spell,
end of his
Momo?
turn, sorry.
End of his turn. So I'll be making 2 separate saves each turn to see which one falls. And if Matt's falls first, he will go right back to doing your command. That being said, Twist, it is your turn.
Let's see.
I did not expect to combat this episode, but I'm excited.
I mean, like, if I die, I die. Like, my whole
Arliss isn't
thing
going to
was
kill you at least.
I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on... who do I... On Soraya.
On Soraya. What's the saving throw for that?
14.
Wisdom? 14?
Actually, no, sorry, don't do that. I can't cast 2 concentration spells at the same time.
Oh, yep.
Is this also a concentration spell? I don't think it is. I cast... Because I can't kill her, or else I'll get kicked off. But if Gideon kills her, that's not my problem.
You know, the minute that you initiated this, I'm like, this is absolutely a loophole.
Okay.
This is absolutely a loophole.
That is not my problem.
I mean, of course passengers can't kill contestants, but they also can't win the game.
Correct.
This is just gonna become like a courtroom last episode of like we're gonna be defining legal liability in cases of mind control murder. Like that's what this episode is now. This is an episode of She-Hulk is what we're doing.
I'm trying to figure out like I don't have a lot of spells prepared. I was not expecting to run into my ex-husband, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I can even do.
I unfortunately knew you would be from the first session.
I mean, like, what can I do to just how do I break that spell? Is it just like it can't be just broken at all?
My spell?
Yeah.
Let me look.
In the pedantics, it'll say if they take
Like,
damage,
does
they
it
make
say
a
if they take damage, or is it like it can't be broken unless the person that casts it breaks it?
Until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. So this is like a weird case of this is a weird case of the spell where like this is a third party situation, you know, where there's three groups that are disliking each other. It says I guess this is kind of Nathan's call. The specifics. When you cast a spell, present the material component, choose any number of... actually, that's interesting. It's any number of creatures. I actually didn't realize that. I won't retcon, but that would have been notable if I had realized that. Oh, well.
Right.
That's the danger of using new spells. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed until the spell ends. It does only last for a minute. Or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. While charmed this way, a creature can do nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner. While an affected creature is within 5 feet, it cannot move, but stares greedily at the gem you present. At the end turn, an affected target can make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a concentration spell?
It is a concentration spell for me, yes.
Okay.
So that means if you damage Arliss, he would have to make a con save to keep the spell going.
Okay, and just to be clear, hurting someone is not against the rules.
You're going to have to be honest with me here. After your conversation with the game master, where he specifically referenced the contract that you signed, did you go back and look it over? Then give me a intelligence, or what's the stat I'm thinking of? Give me a...
Is it like history?
Yeah, just give me a...
Remember?
We've been doing that a lot. I feel like I'm forgetting.
Would it be investigation? Important. I don't know if that would really...
I think we'll keep it up with history because you are trying to remember something you read from a legal document.
30-20.
30-20? You remember specifically going to a section of like this 70-page document regarding murder and physical harm to contestants and passengers. And because Fight Night was now a thing in the business venture, there is a section that basically says non-lethal damage isn't bad.
That's what I figured, yeah. So I'm going to chill touch Arliss.
Okay.
That is a 13 to hit?
I don't actually think that does. It does not.
Wait, you're not wearing armor?
Oh, that is true, actually. No, though I wouldn't be wearing armor, in which case it does. They'll just have a flat AC. If there's no armor, then... Because what's AC? It's just 10 plus dex without any armor?
I think so,
Then yes, that does hit.
Okay, that is going to be just 7 damage, and I'm going to say, this is not your fight. We can talk... Sorry, this is not your fight. We can talk about it later.
And that's a concentration... it is, I guess, a concentration saving throw, but a constitution save.
It is a concentration save. Yep. And it's equal to you... it's different from a regular con save. I forget how you do these. Hold on. Concentration save. It's like something with your spell casting modifier, something.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is either. Is it is it equal to the damage taken? Is that a thing?
It's like some weird math shit, like your constitution plus your... give me 1 second. All right. Casting another spell requires concentration. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is 10. Higher.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a flat constitution, no modifiers other than constitution.
So
it's a constitution saving throw.
Okay, so I have just nothing to that. So this is a flat... Well, let me make sure. Yeah, flat roll.
Flat roll.
50-50.
50-50.
And that's a 17!
Okay.
I maintain concentration on that.
Twist, is that your whole turn?
Also, I don't know if I can do that, but like I'm sure I have weapons in here.
in here. I can't say no. It's
It
her
is my
room.
room.
And she
I
was
probably
clearly
have,
prepared
like,
for this.
Scissors. I have like scissors. I'll just grab my scissors.
Grab your scissors. For all intents and purposes, that'll be a dagger that
Yeah, I
does
figured.
1d4 damage. All right. Then it goes back up to Gideon, who's going to make 2 saving throws right now. Purple die is going to be Arliss. Green die is going to be. What are both of your
16,
PCs?
I believe. But let me double check that.
14 for my spell save?
Yeah, 6.
And it's wisdom for both.
Yes. Well, wisdom
Yes.
for mine. Yeah.
All right. He's
Fail, twist, succeed. Wait, no. Fail mine, succeed, twist. That's what I want. 16.
Matt, what was yours again? Fails both.
Okay,
so
that's
nothing
good.
changed.
That's good for me. That's good for me.
Arliss, it's your turn.
In that case, I actually do not know. I didn't have a huge plan here, which is in character actually.
It's in character.
I think I can talk. I'm just gonna turn to Twist, be like, Twist, can't you explain what exactly is going on here? I heard a commotion. Just trying to kind of keep up
Yes,
those airs.
I can explain everything to you. My husband has been cheating on me with Soraya.
How old is Twist claiming to? How old does Twist claim to be? I know the truth of this. Wait, no, I don't actually. I actually don't know the truth about this, do I? No, I don't know that she's immortal.
You did not tap into. Yeah.
So how old does Twist claim to be? Because she's young, right?
I look like in my early 30s,
Okay.
but because they're also elves, they also look in their early
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
all
that's
the
true.
time.
I'm an ASMR, so I guess kind of the same bit. At this point, I'm going to turn to Soraya and kind of ask her, and your take on this situation? Still, like, actively holding the enthralled, clearly trying to mediate between these two, as is my usual job, while holding this mind control dude.
Soraya holding her bleeding stomach goes, Twist, I had no idea. You know I would never do this on purpose.
I'm going to, regardless of who's right or who's wrong in this situation, I am just going to go ahead and healing hands and restore 8 hit points to Soraya without stopping. I'm just going to heal that wound really quick.
Excellent. That's your
I mean,
whole
that
thing?
at that point probably is. I've said stuff and I've done a spell and I'm still holding another spell, so that's probably reaching my limit of things I can do.
It is Soraya's turn. Again, she really doesn't have much.
What's her class again? Let me look.
Can I just yell at her, like, how long? How long?
Like 10 years.
10 years. 10 years.
Is
Twist, I never meant for this to happen. I had no idea. I told you before he even showed up that he never spoke of you. How could I have known?
I think at this point, I lose all of my fight. And I just drop to my knees and start sobbing.
And I should ask, because I could see this going either way, is this genuine? Or is this a play for... I hate that I have to ask, but I think we can agree that I do.
You don't have to answer Matt.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer me. Is this
Okay,
genuine?
valid.
I think, yeah, it's genuine.
I mean, I can insight check it if we want to figure out... That's your calls.
You can. And Twist can just tell you how she's feeling depending on
Oh, well, that's
how
a
you
9,
roll.
which is almost the minimum I can get. Okay, cool.
Twist is crying. At that time, Soraya uses her whole turn to talk. Twist, it would be your turn in combat. Are you just defeated?
Is it illegal to kill passengers?
I would need another
I would
history
think
check.
that just murder in general is probably illegal. Like, I don't
21.
think you're forfeiting your right to life if you step on this boat.
21, again, murder is still kind of out of the question. Non-lethal damage, up for debate. So, pretty
I
much
would also like to mention, just as a brief interlude real quick, we are all immensely
That's
rich.
fair.
The
Yes.
laws
That
do
is
not
fair.
apply.
This is also true.
We are all multimillionaires. Laws are suggestions.
we cut to Eric with Munson dancing behind him while he's desperately trying to get him to fuck off.
I like stop crying for a second. I look at Soraya and I say, Soraya, I've overreacted with how I approached you a second ago, but this is unforgivable. And I grab whatchamacallit. I grab Gideon and I just go ham with my energy vampire shit. So I am literally trying to exhaust this man to the point where he just dies.
I won't even. We'll leave this out of mechanics with this. I imagine this kind of goes like a fruit dehydrating.
Yes.
Where do you grab him by
I
like,
grab
his
him by
shoulders?
his shoulders. I look into his eyes. My eyes start glowing like bright pink. And as the life leaves him, I start to look more rejuvenated. Like I stop looking like I'm in my early 30s, and I start looking in my early, like mid 20s. And they just suck the life out of this man.
I dropped the spell, not that I think that really matters at this point.
He essentially goes from guy to malnourished guy to shriveled guy, like he just swam in a pool for 7 days, to just like paper sacks on a skeleton. And when you're done with him, he just collapses.
Did you just Indiana Jones this
Yeah.
motherfucker? Did he just like, as he's standing there, just into bones?
Combat, I think, is over, unless Arliss is a
No,
fighter
in fact,
today.
I'm actually thinking I've got to do one of those things where I got to do something that is in character that I don't want to do. You know? I think this is probably one of those times. I respect Panda so much for doing this a lot with Glib, where he's like, I hate this, but I have to do it. And I think I'm going to have to take one of those moments here where Arliss kind of like watches this. Arliss has had, the very, very calm, very measured demeanor throughout this whole thing. Serious, but trying to get this handled. And after this, drops the staff and just goes, oh shit, fuck, shit, what the hell? This is not what I signed up for. What on earth did you just do to that man?
I did nothing to him. He just aged quite quickly. I think showing his age, it happens when you reach that age around elves, I guess.
At this moment, your Gerald comes up to you, Twist, and goes, would you like assistance cleaning up the mess in your room?
Yes, Gerald, thank you. I look at
And
Soraya,
Gerald's...
and I just say, I saved you from living a life that I lived.
Give me an insight on Soraya. It'll be pretty easy.
I saved you. Flashback to 10 minutes ago.
16.
Killer.
16. There is a lot going on in Soraya's head. Your friendship, she's now realizing, has gone on for hundreds of years. That's genuine. She also did love somebody, and they're now dead. And effectively, it's safe to say that someone she loved just killed someone she loved. There's just a lot going on. And she just kind of goes,
Yes, well, I hope we can put this behind us. I think it's time for me to go to bed.
I think we all should have a little bit of rest. Yes.
Your Gerald picks up this shriveled body and wheels over to a porthole and goes, "Stand clear." The body shoots out into space, and the porthole closes. Somehow it doesn't suck in the whole room. It's like a confined sort of moment.
Before I say, Alice, dear, can you finish healing Soraya?
How much damage did she take originally? Did I get all of it? It wasn't a ton, right?
You got most of it. She goes, "It's fine," as she leaves.
No, I insist.
Cast Cure Wounds on her.
I insist.
Alice, what do you do?
It will not to take accountability for my actions. I should not have had him attack you, because you did not know what he did to
You
me.
shouldn't have fucking murdered him!
Darling, you must relax.
No. Arliss does not, actually.
As Soraya leaves, never mind. She doesn't say anything.
I'm also leaving, by the way.
Before she leaves, I want to say, it's fine if you supported, if you played both sides.
You said it to Soraya?
I don't care.
Yeah, she hears you.
As
everybody is breaking up, that is the moment that I start walking back to my room past all of this shit. The vibes are off. I'm not gonna... Hey, what the fuck happened?
I mean, all you see is Soraya, you see Soraya from behind, so you don't get to see the wound at her front, but she leaves kind of disgruntled, and I guess it's up to Arliss what he does next.
This is... Okay. So this is a question. This is where I gotta ask Nathan a mechanics question here. Arliss is trying to regain their composure, but I do not, in character, know if they're going to be able to, for reasons unsaid. What do you think I should roll for an attempt for that? Because I feel like I have to roll for it. Just with that...
Depending... Okay, so with what I know about your character, it's up to you. This is either going to be a wisdom save, or if you think it would make more sense for it to be a constitution save.
I think
either one of those would work.
Probably wisdom, which is better for me, but also like... I mean, I can't say exactly what, but like...
Yeah, my first instinct was wisdom.
A wisdom save of, I don't know what it... I guess just... I'll roll it and you tell me if it works or not.
Yes.
That's a 16. That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be
so
fine. You keep it together.
Shortly after leaving the room, Arliss is able to, rein themselves in, bring the same sort of composure. Still very, serious, because obviously...
Oh, who said I let him leave? Who said I let them leave?
Okay.
Oh. Do you not let Arliss leave?
Not just yet.
Okay.
Continue.
So it's just us in the room at this point?
Yeah, the Gerald is cleaning up the blood, if there is any.
No blood, probably.
I don't think much blood was created.
So I'm just gonna continue.
I don't think it was a very bloody process with Gideon, but there was probably a few drops around from.
I might get to do something
cool
here. Anyway.
Arliss, it's clear you're not who you present yourself as. And that's fine with me. I really don't care. Anyway, I don't need to win. But I would like it if Skog won. Is that something you would like as well?
Arliss, who I think is sort of in the process of regaining their composure at this point, looks at Twist, sort of after calming down a little bit, with this kind of a crazed look in their eye. Prestidigitates, kind of like crackling purple lightning over their eyes. And just in a very intense way, like voice calm once again, but still very intense, goes, "Look, I'm off the leash right now. Don't test me." And then leaves.
Okay, that wasn't scary at all.
Wow. Cool. So that's that. Unless anybody else has anything else they want to do tonight.
No, my night was incredibly quiet. I had a fine night. I gotta say fuck you to the guy that I didn't care about, and then I went the fuck to bed. Everyone had a weird vibe. It was a weird day. I think
it was a weird day.
It's a weird day, but I had a good day. I was fine. I got to show everybody up. I look the best out of anybody. I don't give a fuck. That's.
So we move on to day 2, and Matt, I did not forget that you sent for the game master, but
okay,
he
I
never
kind of
came.
figured.
And you can roll me an intelligence check on that if you want to try
An
narrow
intelligence
down
check, you
why.
said?
Yep. Yes, Momo.
I'd like to think that.
Yeah.
Are we going into the second day, or is this the second day?
Yes, we're going into the second
I was
day.
going to say that Twist doesn't participate in the second day as she has fallen ill, but she will send her Gerald, who she's voting for, and it's going to be Skog and against Juniper. With the note.
Okay. There may be some implications, but I will text you.
Okay.
For note, I got very lucky. I got a 17.
That is totally fine.
Which is a miracle.
17. You're smart enough to surmise that there were Geralds in the room, so the game master was probably in the room in one way or another. If things got out of hand, which
I was about to say, which is a line we I think probably already crossed by most standards.
Then something would have been done, you can presume, but it didn't reach that point. And so we can say narratively that Twist is going through a lot on this 4th day of the business venture and just has opted to stay in their room.
All right.
Okay. With that, Momo, you can leave. In real life canon, Momo's just feeling a little ill. And illnesses get worse the later you stay up. And so that's how we're going to do that.
Yeah, we got to an excellent point
pretty
for that. I don't think that's immersion breaking in the slightest, so I hope you feel better.
I also definitely want to give Panda more time to do like his character because I took a lot of time doing that.
Yes. A lot of excellent role playing going on.
My day was fine. I was saying that I'm legitimately okay with it. Don't worry about it.
Bye, y'all.
Let me cover her camera so we don't just have a frozen Momo for the rest of the episode.
I need to copy paste something to Momo before we get started, just so she's up to date. Ooh. All right, so we're moving into the 4th day.
And yes, guys, Momo's gone. We're not doing goblins again. Fear not.
We're not doing This isn't going to devolve into suddenly 3 Geralds go around.
Yeah.
Sweep the floors.
You're gonna be there's gonna be the Gerald's episode. It's fine.
We gotta come up with a Gerald pun for business venture.
Yeah.
I'm being told. Wait.
Give me 1 second. I'm making sure that Momo is still up to date because she can absolutely participate in this day's game day. If there's anything we need to plug that we forgot,
I can do it again. Just so you know, Panda, your camera's frozen. I can still hear you, but your camera has stopped. That's not on my end. That's on the Skype call. But as It's frozen on the
Frozen
schedule.
on the
I mean,
schedule.
it's fine. You got some
I
time.
fucking love it here.
What should we plug? We talked about Nathan's songs. The theme song that we've been using for this is available. He's got a new song coming out. Goat wants to say the 9th. Is that right, or was it the 6th? 7th. Okay, I
7th.
was totally wrong. 7th.
So
the 7th is
Beating
when
around the
Nathan's
bush.
next song is coming out. We do have merch. I might. You know what? Maybe I'll set this up like next. Well, no, because I want to. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to our Teespring right now, and I'm going to put in a Christmas holiday discount. This is entirely on the fly, so we'll announce it later maybe. But we have merch. Someone did drop that link in chat. Thank you, Amy.
You should.
We don't have business venture merch yet, though. I might be able to throw that
May.
up.
You should make the sale code Gideon.
You know what? I will, because I can still announce that, and it won't mean anything to people who haven't seen the episode yet. So yes, we do not have business venture merch up yet, but I can get that going if anyone wants like the business venture logo on something. And yes, the code Gideon will get you a discount. Discount amount, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the merch is in chat. Let's see. No promotions. There we go.
All right.
And it is
text
Gideon,
Momo.
which is I'll put it in the chat, and it's all caps. Gideo. I assume it's Gideo. Nathan. I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's how I spelled it.
It's however you want. I don't even.
You know
have
what?
a
That
chance
works then.
Spelling. Yeah.
So Gideon, this is
Gideon. That's how I spelled
our
it.
Christmas discount. What do we want to do? Do we want to do like 20%? Does that sound good? I don't know.
20% works.
All right, cool.
Something like that.
We have the Christmas discount, and I'll put it through the end of the year. I'll put it through the end of the year. That code will automatically go through. So yeah, if you go to our merch store and put in the code Gideon on any of the merch we have there, that will get you 20% off. Yay! Christmas promotion. Definitely not come up with just now.
All right. So, are we ready to move on to the 4th day?
I
of the
believe
business
so.
venture?
Panda, your
Absolutely.
camera is still off, but I guess we don't need it if it's busted.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is
Okay.
going on because my camera's on my end.
Oh yeah,
so.
somebody.
Oh, weird.
Somebody said we can
Oh,
show the
right.
business
I
cards.
think I still have those. Somewhere.
put those on them.
Here.
I moved around some of my stream stuff because I was
And
putting it
again,
all up there very last minute. Oh, I might have actually switched it out for something else accidentally. Unless it's this. Nope, that's that. I have pandas.
If you want access to the Discord, and if you want to vote on the next fan vote for who gets the next point, all of that is available in the Patreon. The Discord is only $1. Voting on stuff and after show is the $5 tier, and so that's something that you can do if you want to be more a part of the drama and hear what we talk about after the show.
I think I accidentally got rid, unless they're buried somewhere. I think I got rid of the business cards except for pandas by accident. I think I was putting one up at a time, and I just left pandas there.
Whoopsie.
I'll figure it out. Oh,
Somebody says Mike shows up and he's playing a Gerald.
look, I could text Mike. He probably would. Also, last thing, and this is more of a question. I made this point total screen very last minute. And is the chalkboard pattern too annoying on the screen? It's more muted on mine, but the resolution made it more staticky on your screen.
It
it
is very
looks much
staticky.
better on
I
my
will give you
screen.
that.
So I can modify that.
I mean, it's not illegible, but it's not necessarily gorgeous.
I'm just gonna try something here.
It's a good time to drink water. I can't believe we had a comment.
seriously.
This.
All right, here we're gonna try something else to make this.
And the Gerald
did.
just stood there.
Were they
menacingly.
menacing? That's actually a good question. Were they? What was the Gerald's vibe during this?
No, they weren't. They were just standing,
Image 2. Okay.
watching. Maybe the game master watching through their eyes.
Let's see if this looks a little bit nicer. Well, that doesn't. There we go. That's what it looks like on my screen. That's what I have it set up. And for some reason, as the resolution made the pattern much worse. That's what it actually looked like the whole time. And then the resolution was bad. But yeah, I got like a little bit of the chalkboard looking texture on there. Okay, there we go. Now we finally got there. That was what it was supposed to be the whole time. I'm not just bad at graphic design.
Yeah. So, second day starts. Immediately, your Geralds, as you guys wake up, your Geralds come up to you and say the same thing to both of you, so I'll just say it once. The game begins now. Please follow me.
Excuse you? Okay.
The game begins now.
Okay.
Please follow me.
Guess I'm going.
Can I put on my fucking clothes first? What do we fucking do?
You can put on your clothes, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my Gerald inside and be like, "Hey, how fancy should I dress today? Last time I showed up in a fucking business suit and there was a fight to the death. Should I be wearing like fucking, I don't know, the basketball shorts and a hoodie? What's the plan here?"
Nothing will be necessary. Wear whatever is comfortable.
Nothing will be
you.
necessary. No clothes it is.
Nothing like that will be necessary. Nothing.
Alright, fuck it. Eric just shows up in like, he's wearing a long sleeve t-shirt and sweatpants or whatever the ye olde medieval equivalent of that is.
Excellent. You all follow your Geralds. And you can see that everyone is kind of following their Geralds. And you get brought below deck. And then you all kind of split off into different ways. You lose track of other people, and you get brought into a room. And
everyone's in an individual room.
Again.
Okay.
Everyone is in an individual, different room, separate from each other. And you get brought into this room, and you see an elegant wooden table with a singular empty chair. And the Gerald rolls, this happens for everyone. The Gerald rolls up to the other side, opposite of the chair, and says, "Please take a seat. The game is about to begin."
I thought the game started like 20 minutes. Okay, whatever. And I sit down in my chair.
I sit down as well.
The Gerald places a button on the table, and over the magical intercom you hear the game master's voice, and he says, hello everyone, and welcome to the Billionaire's Dilemma. In the months leading up to the business venture, we hired a wide variety of detectives, spies, and private investigators to dig up as much dirt on you and your business as possible. As a testament to how much we know, you can refer to those beautiful poems I wrote for you yesterday. Now,
shit.
Inside, in our files, we have secrets about you or your business, one that I have no doubt you would not want the general public to know, and in front of you is a button. Every contestant is hearing my same speech at the same time, and will receive the same rules of the game. The rules are as follows. Rule number 1. If nobody pushes the button, all secrets are kept secret. Rule number 2. If any mix of contestants push the button, the secrets of those who did not push the button will be revealed. Any button pusher's secret will be kept secret. However, rule number 3. If all contestants push the button, 7 of you will be chosen at random and have your secret revealed to the world. So to recap, if nobody pushes the button, there is 100% chance that your secret is safe with me, the Game Master. If everybody pushes it, there is a 1 in 8 chance that your secret is safe. And if a mix of contestants push the button, only those who pushed it will be safe. The question is, will you push the button? Your Gerald may now answer any questions you have, but please understand that they can't answer everything. Have fun. And at this point, don't say anything. Whoever wants to go first stays, the other one leaves.
I have a question that might be relevant to both of us, but this is my question being, we saw that Twist is not here, right? Twist is not feeling well in game and in reality.
Twist.
So can I ask the Gerald, like, is Twist still participating from like another room, or is she out of this entirely? Because I feel like this is one where she could be participating somewhere else.
I would say IRL. I told her I sent her a doc. We'll have till this all comes to the end, but I'll give you two answers. Either Twist is participating, and that's just the 5 answer. It'll depend on when I get a text. Or your Gerald says, failure to comply will count as not pushing the button. It will not save you from any result.
Okay. Should I, Panda, if you want to go now, I can, or I could just continue my line of thought. It's your call.
Yes, the whole thing is that you are making these decisions independently. So I will I
think mine will be pretty quick.
One thing I forgot to mention is the Game Master goes, you have 5 minutes.
I love this. Okay.
So you cannot sit here all day and think.
I think
Matt, I'll have you first.
Okay. All right. I'm taking. And then, my headphones are off. I can't hear you.
We cannot see your camera, so trust.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the first thing that happens is that Arliss looks around, makes sure that no one else is watching, which probably not. It's just the Geralds and presumably the Game Master, but the Game Master knowing this is sort of a moot point. Arliss then kind of starts having a breakdown again. I don't know if you targeted this one specifically to Arliss, but at this point, I think, again, thinking that they are alone, they're probably just going to reveal the big scandal now, talking to the staff, right? At this point, Arliss kind of picks up the staff to communicate with Mojus, as they do, and goes, okay. So this is the statistics thing, right? Yes, this is your thing. You're good with math, good with statistics. I'm just the face. That's not my job. Not my job to do the actual conducting work. I'm just supposed to build trust. God, I wish you were still helping! Oh, stupid coma. Flying blind here. And this kind of continues for a bit. Arliss having no idea what to do, as I'll lay out to the audience. Arliss is not the statistics guy. Arliss is the face, and the statistics guy behind the scene is in a coma. And Arliss is just lying about everything. So, yeah.
Yes. The Elder Brain is
comatose, and Arliss is literally just here to save face so that people think everything is fine. That's why they only care if, like, someone they like wins. Is because, like, as long as occidentals do...
So the entire company is on the line with your particular scandal.
Yeah, this is not just a personal one, it is a company one. Because, like, this would be like... this would be like Twitter servers going down. Topical, but like the one thing that the company has going for it is no longer going for it. And yeah, this is a situation which in any year in the past, Arliss would just be like, hey, Mojus, what's the statistically most likely choice for this to work? And Mojus would provide, and that's what Arliss would do, but that is no longer an option. Arliss gets up and starts like pacing around the room very frantically, talking to the staff purely out of habit. No one is listening. And then with a big dramatic flourish, just kind of pauses, does like a twirl, and then slams the staff down on the button.
Excellent. All right. Matt,
all right.
Get out of here.
And you're going to have to wave because we can't see pandas or text me, whatever works.
Yeah.
I will deafen this.
I saw Matt take off his headphones.
Okay. Same spiel. You have 5 minutes. You can ask your Gerald questions.
Eric looks at the button. He looks at the Gerald. And he looks back up and he goes, "Is Munson playing this game?"
Munson is participating.
And Juniper?
Every contestant, yes.
Can I make a quick call? It'll be less than the time that we need. No?
No.
Alright, fuck it. And he hits the button. And he gets up and goes, "Can I go back to my room now?"
At your own discretion, absolutely.
Alright. He opens the door and he goes right back to his fucking room because he's got a plan with quotes.
Momo has seen my text.
Okay. Do we want to call Matt back?
And so... Oh yeah, we probably should. Matt!
I can't.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm thumbsing up. You can't see my camera.
Wait, hold on. I think I plugged the headphones cord into the wrong.
Okay.
There we go. I saw like
We
this,
can
and I was
hear
like, is this comeback or is this like a gesture from someone doing something? Okay. Someone said, "Is Matt watching a video instantly into iPad kid mode?" I was making sure I didn't see something from the chat or from Nathan's face. I was expecting a text. He texted for Panda. Rude. Anyway.
Sorry.
Someone says, "What was I watching?" I was watching an interview where Britney Spears was talking to Tucker Carlson from like 10 years ago. That is not a joke. It's very funny.
Momo has seen my text, has yet to send their response. So I'm going to go ahead and say, and Panda, as you leave, and Matt, as you leave, this happened early in the morning. Your Gerald say, results will be revealed at high noon. And so, social hour.
I doubt it will be, actually. I really don't think that it is going to be that.
As we both walk by, as I walk by Matt, Eric looks at him and goes, "I take it you don't want to say if you hit the button or not."
I feel like we'll know eventually, huh?
What kind of dirt can you have, boss?
Arliss kind of sighs and goes, "I'm happy to report my hands are clean."
Alright. And he backs up and he starts walking away. Do we see anyone else, or do we just see us two?
I want to point something out. Someone in chat just asked a good question, which is, do the other players know each other's secrets? We do not.
We don't.
We do not.
We genuinely don't know
idea
what everyone.
Well, we know Momo's now.
Everyone's thinking.
We know Momo's now. And we know one of Soraya's, which is that she's dating Momo's.
And chat knows mine.
Still husband.
But Panda
chat
does not.
knows.
I do not.
Yes.
I do not. We've kept it secret from each other. That's why we keep taking the headphones off.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. Is there a button emoji?
I don't know.
I wish there was.
Let me look. I'm
like
curious.
I feel like it's so iconic. Let's see it.
It doesn't look like there is. This is going to be great for the podcast.
Just silence.
Okay.
I mean, there's like there's a circle. That's probably the best you're gonna get. That's probably the best you're gonna get is just a circle.
I ended up going I went with the demon face.
Okay, that's not like a button at all, but sure, whatever.
It's not a button at all, but I was like, it fits the vibe. So we'll see what she says, but yeah, we have a few hours. Oh,
I assume that was a response. It's such an interesting one because Momo is the one character who had her thing revealed prior to this. And so her
why
participation and her it's not only a wild card because I don't know what she'd do, it's a wild card because I don't know if she's even doing it or not. It's a double blind.
She also
I
mean, she has nothing to lose. So what does she care if everyone's secrets get revealed?
Exactly.
Like, does she want to gamble on black?
There's the argument
she doesn't. It's just fine.
Yeah, there's a lot. And now we wait.
Now we wait. Now we wait and we see.
Now we wait.
Do we see any of the other players once we leave?
Once you leave and kind of go back up to top deck and everything, yeah, it's all hustle and bustle. None of the other passengers seem to know what's happening.
Okay.
So whatever relief that gives you, there's that. They all are going about their normal business. Nobody's coming up to you like, "What's your secret?"
Arliss is back to form, I guess. Then.
Juniper Grail is at a bar. Whitman is at a different bar. A bunch of people just go straight back to their rooms. Yeah.
I'm gonna play a little dirty here.
I think I'm gonna let Panda do his thing.
Get in my bag.
Go for it.
I'm gonna get in my bag a little bit here. Do I see Munson?
You see him head towards his dorm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I call my Gerald over, and I lean into him and I go, "Hey, bud, I need you to do something for me."
Yes, sir.
I need you to write this note. And I write something down on a piece of paper and I hand it to him. And just so everybody else knows, I write down, "I know," signed, "A Weckland Patriot." And I give it to my Gerald and I say, "How about you take that over to Whitman for me?" And I go over to I follow Munson to his dorm. Go, "Hey buddy, you mind if I come in real quick?"
To Munson? He goes, "No, not at all.
Hey,
not at all."
Great. Close the door, lock behind me, turn around. All right, I'm gonna cut this shit. I know everything. All right.
This is a lie.
Absolutely, it's 100% a bullshit.
So I'm gonna need a.
I'm bullshitting my ass off, but also this man trusts me with his life. So that is a 15.
I'm gonna need a deception. 15. What is this man's insight? It's not very wise. I mean, he owns an NFT.
Mm-hmm. And I sell them. So I mean, we're not either of us super wise, but.
What did you roll again? 15. He looks shocked. He goes, "What do you mean? You know?"
Come on, Munson. We've known each other for long enough.
How?
Because I have people fucking everywhere. Because I've created a goddamn network. That's how. What we need to do now that all of this is fucking over, we need to know that everybody in this fucking place definitely hit that fucking button. Because I know at least 3 people that did the second that I walked out that fucking door, alright? Everybody here hit that button. Everybody's shit's coming out. I know. So we need to protect each other, okay? I'm gonna have your back, and I need you to have mine, okay?
Well, I think it's only fair if you tell me yours.
It's not fair if I tell you mine. Because you weren't smart enough to do this ahead of time, were you? If you'd have planned ahead, like I constantly preach for you guys to do, then you would have already had my dirt. But you don't. You get to learn it when everyone else does. I know yours because I think ahead. Because I plan for the future. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Okay? You fucked up, and now you need my help. And I'm willing to give it, but I need you to back me up when I need yours. Is that understood?
Eric, I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard. You've got me. My hands are tied. Yes.
All right.
What's your plan?
Well, the plan...
We're still casting votes tonight, I suppose.
I bet we are. But here's the thing. My plan right now is, since everybody's shit's gonna be aired, because let's be perfectly honest, everybody hit that fucking button. Everybody's shit... Exactly. I know. Everybody's shit's gonna be aired. We gotta roll with the punches after that. So my goal is we get as many people as possible, and we defend each other from whatever the fuck happens after this, because the press is gonna have a goddamn field day with this shit. And I just need to make sure that your business doesn't fuck me over in the end because of whatever the hell comes out. Because I know I'm not gonna fuck over you. I got trust in you. I know you. You're a good dude. That doesn't matter to me. I might know, but that's not my goddamn problem. That's not my business. My business is my business, and I want you to protect it. Is that understood?
I suppose I can do that.
All right, I like you. That's good. That's good. Just keep an ear out and make sure that everything works out. And I walk out. And as soon as I walk out, I forget, are there phones of some type in this world?
Everybody has like a sending
Okay,
stone.
cool. I'll work with my quote-unquote cell phone. I pull out my sending stone, and I call one of my, how would I put this? I'm going to call them Masons. The Masons are just programmers. Remember, brick chain. I call one of my wizard Masons, and I'm like, hey, Teddy, yeah, you know that backup story we had? Yeah, we might need it.
Yes, sir.
All right. I need you to get that whipped up. I need you to get it ready. Don't send shit until you hear shit. Is that understood? Keep your ear to the fucking ground. Listen into the business venture. There's a possibility that we might need to deploy it. Don't touch a fucking thing until you hear what fucking happened. You know what I'm talking about. Until you hear that shit aired, keep it under fucking wraps, but have it ready. Understood? Good
Understood.
man. And I hang up and I walk back to my fucking dorm.
I'm gonna partake in probably a little bit of a panic attack. Yeah, that's okay. About it. I'm in the room.
Okay. Well, the clock strikes noon, and the results are in. Game Master gives goes up to the main stage. Everyone's gathered. Everybody else is in the dark aside from the contestants. 1 second, I'm also texting.
As someone who has texted in sessions before, that's never good. I know it's just Tomomo because she's sick, but like I'm still scared. When's Nikhil getting here? Come on, Nathan, you can tell me.
I don't know how you ever DM'd while texting. I do not have the mental capacity for that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. I think I just got lucky. I did it while you guys were talking to each other.
Nah. And now I only have 2 players. I don't have to like.
And they're both hunkering in their rooms, terrified.
I'm striking fear into one and two, and
That's fair.
I'm making plans. I'm not hunkering down terrified. I'm preparing.
I'm terrified.
This is just tension that I'm building. Okay. The Game Master gets up. And he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, behind closed doors, the game has already begun and ended. All of these contestants were brought into separate rooms outside of any influence and were told, or asked rather, to push a button or not. Now, in the past, the business venture in the Glove of Good Fortune has gone to whoever got the most votes, and this was a good system for a while, and it still is. However, the way we went about getting those votes was frankly flawed. And recent events, such as the war between Kong Pun and Yaw, truly helped shed light on how businesses can affect the lives of real people. So, you have all noticed that this year's business venture has been very different. And the months prior, I hired a series of private investigators, and he basically explains the whole spiel to everyone. And now, the results are in. Who pushed the button? Who did not push the button? Whose secrets will be revealed? And then your names all appear in like sort of, what's the, not minor illusion, major illusion.
It's like hologram.
Text
Okay.
of your names. Yeah, hologram. Text appears of your names above the Game Master. And it goes one by one down the line. Arliss Blackstone pushed the button. Garrick Whitman pushed the button.
Course.
Juniper Grail pushed the button.
Those are my safe bets. Shit.
Philip J. Munson
Oh.
pushed the button. Eric Staten pushed the button. Soraya Venleth pushed the button. Skog Abdiris pushed the button.
Ooh.
And Twist Floramora did not. With that being said, the only secrets to be revealed today are that of Miss Floramora.
My bet was right. Yes.
And the secret is as this. Twist Floramora inherited her mother's company, who inherited her mother's company. How convenient that all seems to work out that way. When a billionaire dies, you'd be foolish for people not to expect foul play, especially from within the family. But this goes much deeper than that, doesn't it, Twist? Or perhaps you'd like to tell us your real name. The truth is, Twist didn't kill her mother. Twist is her mother. She is also her grandmother. She didn't inherit this cosmetic company, she founded it. But, if I remember correctly, both of her parents died in that horrible accident, yes? Which means in reality, Twist lost her husband. But since her death was staged, perhaps his death was no accident at all. Am I getting close, Miss Floramora? As to the means of her seemingly immortality, that is still up to anyone's guess. But murder for profit is already a damning crime. That is all. You are expected to cast votes this evening.
Okay. This is such an interesting outcome because this is fascinating for a couple of reasons. First off, I just want to point out this was like a turning point for Arliss, like in their whole life, because Arliss, their jaw drops in public, which is not something that often happens, because the thought that's running through their head is like, oh my god, I gathered the necessary information. I predicted the outcome correctly. I actually did it! I actually did Moses' job! Oh my god! Like, Arliss actually did predict the thing correctly, which is huge. Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating
That's huge
for
for him.
Arliss. All
Good
right,
for him.
interesting. Arliss did the job right, because that was actually, like,
Good for
I
them,
didn't
Brad.
say this out loud, but that
Should
was
I
the thought
hear whatever
process
you're
that
about to say next? Should I hear whatever you're about to say next?
I wasn't really going to say anything else beyond that, but
Okay.
and that's not really a secret thing. Like, Arliss is.
Right.
It's no secret that Arliss is not the calculator of the business. Arliss is the the face, and Arliss is happy that they did something that is like I said, they did Moses' job, and they're like, whoa, cool.
Gotcha.
They're now happy that they did their boss's job. They're like, that's actually crazy. I've never done that before. That's wild. Like that's all that.
Gotcha.
That's all that you would be able to
them.
get from that.
Very good for them. But that being said, there is still a lot to be said with the fact of all of these contestants, aside from Twist,
Yes.
push the button,
Yep.
which, given
Yes.
the name of the game,
There's lots of stuff,
implies
but
something.
Yep.
So it's kind of a lose-lose, but also, is it? Let people's imagination run, as long as there's no proof.
Can I do something?
You can absolutely
Okay.
do something.
Fuck. I'm debating if I should say this in front of Matt. You know what? No. Matt, can you take your headphones off for a second?
I can do that.
The chat can hear this, but chat, keep your fucking mouth shut. I have an
I
idea.
just unplugged them. I can't hear.
Got it. I want. Can I do a press release?
Yeah. So is this master plan that you
A
were
little
thinking
bit,
of?
but it's
that you were
it's
calling
slightly
about?
it's slightly changed from the original idea. I want to do a press release.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean,
Cool.
you have the power.
Awesome. Matt can plug his headphones back in, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a big thumbs up.
If it's a press release, do I have to roll a deception check?
Okay.
Um.
I'm
If-
not the one giving it.
If you, that's true. No, just tell me what it would
Great.
say.
Can I explain what happens? Okay.
Yes.
I pull out my sending stone, and I call Ted again. Go, hey, Teddy. All right. We don't have to release option 1. However, option 6 is now on the board. Do it now. And at some point, either instantly, whatever, this can be before the end of the night. A member of my team at First Class Faces schedules a press release, and Ted gets up in front of the stand and goes, we feel, as citizens and patriots of Weckland, that although tonight turned out a certain way, there's a certain responsibility to the people that reside here. There's a certain responsibility that us at First Class Faces feel that we have towards the residents of this fine country. And because of that, we feel that it is proper to air some information. And that information is that the mining that Whitman and Smirk have been doing have been destroying the environment in your country and slowly collapsing the tunnels. We have done extensive research through our own intermediaries, and this is why we continuously try and cut them off within their mines and steal mining rights away from them, is because They are a danger to this country. They are a danger to everyone who lives here, and they are a danger to our countries as a whole. We feel that it is in the utmost responsibility that everybody knows this, and that nobody has the chance to hide their secrets away. We will not be taking any more questions. Thank you.
Can I insight check this? I want to see if this is true or not. I want to see if this is...
Wow.
That was such a wild thing to just drop out of just...
Good golly. How would we do this?
I didn't say it. Who are you insight? Are you insight checking the release itself?
I am insight... Well, you said a guy got up and said it, right?
Yeah, a guy got up in front of a bunch of press and said it.
Back on Earth.
Oh,
yeah,
does this
back
not,
on Earth.
Oh, this does not happen... This is not known to us.
This is my company back at back on the planet.
Okay, this is not something that we're aware of. Okay. I didn't know if it was being broadcast to us as well. I also would like to point out that you just did a thing that I've had to avoid doing in Symmetry War, which is confirm that the world this campaign is taking place in is Earth, which now people are going to make theories about.
Earth.
You said the cursed word.
Planets, wherever we're at.
No.
Damn it.
Okay, in that case, forget I said anything. I misunderstood where this was being broadcast.
Okay. Cool. What? I don't even think people realize what a play that is, but what a play. A smear campaign on your rival. With that, we can move straight into voting unless anybody wants to talk with anybody after.
I had to walk by one thing. I'm going to walk by Munson and lean in and just say, "You got to trust me on this next one," and then walk back to my corner. That's it.
Arliss is riding high right now. Arliss actually feels like that this whole past 2 days really felt horrible, but shockingly from where they're sitting, everything actually came out of the wash pretty well. So
yeah, I mean,
I think Arliss is now going to try to make a couple of at least one play here. I want to check something, and I didn't write this down, but I just want to note. I was informed at some point that Soraya did not like occipital, right? That was a thing, or am I thinking of someone else?
Then you were thinking of. Let me check. Because
if I remember correctly,
vibe checker.
Munson told me someone didn't like them, and I think I found out that was Soraya, but I could be wrong. I could be mixing that up.
Munson didn't. So Munson doesn't really like you, but Munson referenced a company of a friend that got work done from you, but it wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't anybody in the thing. In that case, regardless, my plan has not changed. I'm going to try to talk to Soraya more isolated from the others, not like going back to a dorm or anything, but like in a more private area. And just like, Soraya, I just wanted to check on you after the whole... I don't really know if I could summarize it in a sentence or two. Events of the last 24 hours or so. How are you doing? Is your wound all right? I hope I did an acceptable job on cleaning that up quickly.
At this point, she's gained her composure back from last night, when you last saw her. And she touches where the wound was on her gut and goes, yes, you did. You did fine. Thank you, by the way.
Problem at all. I heard quite the commotion. Just wanted to make sure everything was all right.
Yeah, I had a talk with Twist already. I think we'll be okay. It's just I knew her for centuries longer than I knew Gideon.
Yes, having heard the new development, it recontextualizes. It recontextualizes.
Yes, definitely. I'm not surprised, being who she is, well, I guess... I'm not surprised that she didn't push the button.
Suppose she wouldn't have had...
Yeah. Saved all of us. I pushed it.
As you know, I did as well. Occipital has a confidential business dealings with other companies that shouldn't be leaked. That was specific wording, by the way, implying that Occipital is keeping secrets for others as like a we're good at our job. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's my main piece there. Just like, well, if you need any assistance with anything, or I don't know if I want to, not to seem callous by proposing any sort of official alliance in a sensitive time, but just know that I and Occipital are available if you require any assistance regardless. That's a personal promise.
I appreciate the gesture.
Of course,
that's all I can say for
no
now.
response necessary. I just wanted to extend my hand in good faith.
Yes. And she sort of walks away.
I also want to go and talk to Juniper.
She is at the bar.
I'm assuming similar bit to last time, but whatever happens, I sit next to Juniper, and I'm not rude, but like skipping the pleasantries this time because I feel like this is something that she would appreciate. Just like, seems the game has taken a bit of a turn that none of us were expecting.
Juniper looks at you and goes, "No kidding. I was terrified. Quite relieved, actually. As I'm sure many are. We all have our secrets."
Yes. Echo your sentiment there. Regardless, you have always been a woman of logic and strategy in a way that I appreciate. So I just want to make it clear once again that Occipital, we've worked with you in the past. Our commitment to that has not changed in any capacity whatsoever.
What did your poem say?
Interesting. Okay.
Ooh.
You know what? I think that I'm going to actually do a little bit of honesty is the best policy here. And I'm going to like hold up, I'm going to very like slightly gesture to the staff. And I'm just going to pause for a moment genuinely thinking. As you know, I'm not the only voice in this game, and my own opinions aside, what was said on the poem, what was said in that room, is genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, not my information to tell. It's nothing against you, of course. If it regarded me and purely me, maybe this conversation would be different, but I have some level of honor to uphold. I'm sure you can respect that.
Of course. All in good faith. Playing the game.
Yeah, Arliss kind of pauses again, sort of nods, says, "Playing the game, though, I can assure you personally, and again, this comes more directly from me, that regardless," and this is genuine. Arliss kind of sees Juniper as a friend, so Arliss kind of pauses and is like, "No matter what was said, no matter who or what or in what capacity it regards, I and the resources of Occipital are available to you. This is something I've said to many people, and it's always true, but it usually comes from Arliss, the face of the company. In this scenario, it comes from just Arliss."
Well, thank you, Arliss. And if you ever need a tavern to sleep in, Hero Link has plenty. Name's
and
always on the
I
list.
nod and walk away. I kind of want to talk to Skog too, but I don't know what I would say. So I don't know. I'll think.
That's up to you. Otherwise, we'll go right into voting. We also have to think about time.
Well, I don't have anything.
Well, I guess stream-wise, we're making good time. But
Yeah, I don't have anything specific I want to say, so I might as well just move on.
Okay. If that's it for everyone, then we'll go into voting. The Game Master does not make a public appearance, but his voice does through a Gerald. And yeah, I mean, we'll just go through it. I gotta write all these down. Bring up my votes section. Ugh. Okay. Juniper gets up on stage first. And pretty much not surprisingly votes for Arliss. You guys are pretty good friends at this point. And she votes against... who does she vote against? I believe she has beef with no one aside from Twist right now. So, votes against Twist. Speaking of Twist goes on stage and votes in favor of Skog. And votes against Juniper.
Okay.
Arliss,
I was hoping I would go later.
what's your move?
Okay. So... Alright, I gotta play here. Arliss is going to vote for Soraya. And kind of, I don't know if anyone else would notice this, it's sort of intended to be subtle, but if Soraya's looking kind of like not in a condescending way, in a concerned way, Arliss kind of shoots her like a pitying glance, as in like, yeah, your husband just got killed here. Not like, that sounded really shitty the way I just said it.
That sounded really,
so
right.
incredibly horribly shitty. It was that, yeah. I mean, it is that, but it's intended in a good way, whether that is how it is taken or not.
Right.
And then, actually, once again, is going to vote against Twist. Arliss might, and this is not something I'm saying publicly, Arliss might leak what happened with that little bit of a murder. And for notes...
Keep in mind, Twist's secret, all that was revealed was that she is somehow immortal and she killed her husband. The whole vampire thing
that was not part of it yet. Yes, which is why
that was not part of it.
Which is why I'm planning on maybe I'm gonna try to fix some stuff up there. For note, and this is probably not something that we would role play out just for the sake of time. I do plan on actually telling Juniper that as a
okay.
Like, this is why I didn't vote for you, and B, as like the first stage of Arliss maybe trying to sort of uncover this plot publicly. So that's Arliss's new plan.
Skog walks up and this is interesting because he had a mutual beneficial thing going on at first. And Twist did vote for Skog. Skog also votes for Soraya.
All right.
In favor of. And against... Oh, man.
The against votes are always so hard, and you have to do like 5 of them.
Because you have to act.
You have to do 4. Whitman's is easy.
Yeah.
Arliss has taken the strategy of pick the most obviously hated person generally, which is not me being a cop-out. That's me picking the diplomatic option on purpose. But it also works as a cop-out.
Skog. What would he do? I'm going to leave it up to the dice. I don't know if he would still honor casting a vote against Juniper, because he already didn't like doing that last time. And now with this new information, about who Twist Lamore really is, we'll just leave it up to a roll. Odds or evens? Evens. He votes out. He casts his vote against Juniper.
Okay.
Munson comes up. We'll get his against vote out of the way. It's Twist.
Momo's gonna come back to such a horrible score, which I think she's expecting.
I think she is expecting it, to be fair. But he votes in favor of women.
Little bonus for the angry boy.
Little bonus.
That company's gonna burn pretty soon.
Oh, I'm croaking. Whitman comes up and votes for Munson. And votes against Eric.
Cool.
I'm shocked. Shocked and surprised.
Simple guy. I don't think he's ever not.
Absolute stun.
Eric, you're up.
I look back at Munson, and I wink the, just like, trust me, I got this. Goes up. I vote against. You got enough to spare. I vote against Juniper. And.
Ooh, she does not have enough to spare right now. Let me amend that thing I said earlier, in which I'm going to add, like, if I had known how many people would have voted against you, I might not have done what I did, but I went first.
Nope. Got stuff to spare. I'm going to vote against Juniper. And he scans the crowd. He says, and I'm going to vote for Twist. And he walks off the stage.
This is so interesting. Hey, and then lastly, Soraya walks up. And she casts a vote for Twist.
Really? Interesting.
She's really trying to get over this, isn't she?
I actively helped save her from getting murdered. I stopped her murder from her.
She votes for Twist.
Literally, the woman who tried to murder her and the person who saved her were in a room, and she picks the murderer. This is my conversation later with Juniper is getting steadily. This was such a bad call. It's getting worse and worse with everything.
Listen, if I'm keeping it a buck, it was between you and Twist. I rolled the dice.
Ooh.
For what it's worth, I forget what their little love triangle was. So it was Twist votes for Skog and against Juniper. Skog votes for Soraya and against Juniper. I believe Soraya is supposed to also vote against Juniper in this situation. But she votes against Eric instead.
For Twist and then against Twist. Have we discussed that as an option? Yeah.
I thought about it for a moment. Okay. We're definitely gonna have some scoreboard changes.
let me know. Run me through them.
Arliss.
I went up, right? 2.
Got
Let's
a
go.
point. Moving up to 2. Eric got
0.
-2. Moving down to 0.
Wow.
Twist
you got beef against me. I ain't do shit.
Twist got +2, -3. Bringing her to 0, right? Bring her to 0.
I'm winning of the players.
Yeah.
Whitman. Let's see. Got 1 vote for him, bringing him up to 0.
Everyone's going back to 0 right now. The
final
score right now
scoreboard
is
is just
2-0-0-0.
Juniper Grail got
You're kidding
3
me.
negative votes,
You're
bringing her
kidding
down
me.
to 0. Philip J. Munson got
No.
1 vote, bringing
Nathan!
him up to 0.
Oh
People
my
are gonna
god.
think this is scripted.
This isn't scripted, okay? This is the relationship you guys have built. Soraya got 4 votes,
Okay.
bringing her up to 4.
Streak is broken.
And Skog got 1 4 vote,
So
bringing him
it's-
up to 5.
Skog and... well, hold on. I won't do a recap. I'll just put the score on the board. Hold on. I got to screenshot it and move it in. But, wow. What an upset that was.
Is right.
Good
I
Lord.
really... I got a lot of better... you know what? Arliss is even... this was such a different turn of events. Panda, take your headset off really quick, because I don't want to accidentally slip something here.
Yep. Will do.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into this. Arliss's plan at the beginning of this episode was that they were actually feeling really good because they did good in the challenge game, and that's great, and they're making alliances. They're in a good point. Poem happened. Confidence absolutely destroyed. Insane 2 days. Horrible, bad. And now Arliss is sitting at 3rd place with good relationships with the people, well, relatively, or I think good relationship with the people in 1st and 2nd. And they just did the exact thing that they were trying to do by predicting something that Modus would have done. Arliss is like in the best mood of their life right now. They're not winning, but they are exactly where they want to be. Like middle of the road positive with good relationship with everyone else. Oh my god. All right. Panda can put his headphones back on. I'm still screenshotting this and putting it in. Hold on.
See, now I'm questioning my votes because I'm playing 5 NPCs.
The new score has been updated on the screen.
Hold on. I'm gonna read through this again to make sure that this is what they would actually do.
They should have done that before. Okay.
No, you're good. I don't think I'm gonna
Takes me
change
2
it,
seconds to
but
fix. Don't worry about it.
Am I good to come back yet, or are we still...
Yeah, you're good.
Yes. I'm because that vote for Soraya against Eric might honestly, because she already did vote for Twist. If you can't tell, she's very devoted to Twist. And if Twist wants her to vote against Juniper,
She got stabbed.
I can't let my biases get in the way.
She got stabbed.
I can't let my bias. I'm gonna do another roll. The gods will decide.
She got stabbed. Okay.
Nothing changes. She still voted against Eric. Okay. And before Soraya gets off the stage, she goes, I have a message from Twist Flormore. Or rather, Maud Flormore. And she pulls out a sheet of paper. And she goes, and this is from Momo, by the way. The facts dug up for the business venture have been exaggerated for views, as they don't actually know nearly as much as they think they do. The research is based purely on gossip and speculation. But I, the only one who didn't press the button, called the bluff. I, Twist, Isadora, Maud, Floramora, am an energy vampire.
Yo.
I became so in order to be with my elven husband, who promptly abandoned me. If the research had revealed that, then the facts would have been actual facts. Unfortunately, you've been played, as have we. And that's all she wrote. And with that, that is where we are going to end session 2 of the business venture.
Absolutely wild session. I love this one. This one was great.
I told you I was excited for this one.
Excellent session. Arliss is
a
unhinged.
really good one.
Arliss is unhinged right now, and it's going to be a very good finale, I think.
Yeah. Let's just say I'm glad I had 2 weeks to think about the finale.
Dude, I've said this before. I'm so impressed with the amount of stuff you're managing on this. You're doing an excellent job. I have never DM'd a session like this before.
My mind is...
And the notion of it terrifies me. This is so cool.
I'm glad you say that, because I do constantly feel like I'm making
I feel
calls.
that too. I always feel like I'm DMing horribly, but no, you're doing very well.
Thank you. So yeah, I say we just take it straight to the after show, so we can still give that for our Patreons. Which, by the way, if you want to see us talk about this episode, we do a talk back after this that only gets uploaded to the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Supports us. Maybe Matt can stop streaming off a MacBook.
I graduate in 10 days, and then I'm probably gonna get a PC finally. So,
as fucking should.
There we go.
Yeah. No, I know. Look, I got this computer before I started doing content, and I wasn't just gonna go. I don't have the money for that on hand, so. But yeah, the next episode of the Business Venture will be in 2 weeks, which, for clarity, is the 16th. The 16th of December. Barring anything weird, but we'll try to make it on the 16th. There may be a one-shot next Friday. I will see what I can coordinate for that. So there is a possibility of a one-shot next Friday, but it will be unrelated to Business Venture. So yeah, episode 3 will be there. I was told that the merch discount code did not actually work. I don't know. I put it in and it says active. I don't know if it takes a bit to start working. So if someone tries that in a day or two and that does not work, at me on the Discord and I will see what I can do to fix it on my Discord preferred. But if you do it on the D&Dorks Discord, I should also see it. But you have to be a patron to do that. So we're not going to lock our customer support behind a paywall. You can have me on my Discord, and I'll see what I can do about that. Speaking of which, we do have merch. There is not Business Venture merch in yet, but I can get the Business Venture logo slapped up there pretty easily. I guess I should check. Nathan, you made it. Are you cool with that? Cool. All right.
Yeah,
so I will get that set up at some point. And yeah, December 16th, next episode of the Business Venture. This episode will be uploaded probably Wednesday. Yeah, we are excited for the finale of this little mini-series. Thank you again to Nathan for DMing, and we will see you all in probably 2 weeks. Thank you all for coming. Have a good rest of your weekend.